Good afternoon. This is Paul Keel's third period of the gold medal game in women's hockey at the Olympics in Italy. It's Team Canada with a 1-0 lead over the U.S. Kristen O'Neill with a shorthanded goal for Canada. The American men's squad will face Slovakia in the men's semi tomorrow. Canada in the other semi preparing for Finland, and Team Canada is awaiting further evaluation of Sidney Crosby, who was injured in yesterday's quarterfinal win over Chechnya. American speed skater Jordan Stoltz took silver in the 1,500 meters today. NBA tonight, Cleveland Cavaliers at home with Brooklyn. Cavs take a 5-game winning streak into that game. Golf opening round of the PGA Genesis Invitational in California. Play suspended. Akshay Bhatia, the leader, at 3 under par. One stroke better than Colin Morikawa, Rory McIlroy, and Ryan Gerard. This update brought to you by Uber Eats, who has a good deal waiting for you at Old Bag of Nails. Get a buy one, get one free deal on burgers on the app. Terms apply. See the app for details. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
You're about to enter a land of audio delight so awesome that you'll drop all important obligations to get your daily fix. Even Marconi, inventor of the radio, couldn't have imagined the pleasures that are about to invade your ear hole.
Oh, yes.
Try as you might, there's no escape. Let's begin.
Paul, good afternoon.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Doing good, Mike.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
With special guests, Nicole Sheeran.
Yeah, dog.
Jen Winters.
I will kick you in the junk.
Jeff Rimmer.
I will be around to haunt you forever.
And Chris Collinsworth.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Broadcasting live from the corner of Cracky and Sacky.
Excuse me.
Here's Common Man and Timmy.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Happy Thursday, everybody. It is a very special Thursday, a Too Hot edition that we'll be excited to get to. Too hot. Our man Panama Ted takes care of it there. Joshua Perry is in with us once again. It's great to see you, Joshua.
Howdy, how we doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Panama Ted, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Mike.
How are you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
You got some good things planned for us for today, Teddy? I hope so.
Absolutely. Great stuff for you.
I don't sound I don't have confidence.
I didn't sell it.
Oh, absolutely. Great stuff.
What if I say pizzazz?
Yeah, then I like it. Yeah, you add some pizzazz to it. Pizzazz tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Too hot today. Joshua, how you doing, man?
I'm
What's
great.
New? What's new since the last time I saw you?
I mean,
20 hours ago.
Same, really. My mom gave me a Kindle, so I've been reading. Knocked out like 2 books in 2 weeks. I feel like I'm on a roll here.
Good for you.
Yeah. So
I struggle with books. I always have, and I think I always will. I always tell myself I want to get more into reading.
With books?
I struggle to finish a book.
The Cat in the Hat? I mean,
oh, come on, man.
I'm curious. You said you struggle.
Have a little more respect. I could do some Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
We
all
could
right,
definitely do some Dr. Seuss here.
Okay.
I'll read the Polar Express.
All right.
Start to finish, baby. I'll do that in one sitting.
What was the last book that you read cover to cover that wasn't The Cat in the Hat or Polar Express?
It was actually within the last year.
Okay.
I talked about it. I was very sad to see our guy John Feinstein pass away. I think he's the greatest sports author that we've ever had. Dude that would just get in depth. He's a gigantic college basketball fan too, was.
Right.
And him being in that D.C., Baltimore area, former Washington Post guy, covered a lot of the mid-major teams that I was close to, and he did the famous book about Bobby Knight. He did A Season on the Brink, and it's from one of their years in the mid-'80s, and it's a fantastic read. Really, really was a good read. And that one sucked me in. So I have to go into the genres that I am ultra interested in.
I think that's fair. I don't
what I gotta
think
do.
anybody should invest the time reading a book in a genre that they don't really like. That is a recipe for disaster.
But I try. I want to expand. You know, like if it's just a great book on its own, and I can.
But who says it's
see
great?
That's verified. Yeah, people,
right?
You know?
But their interests are different than yours.
Of course,
people said Harry Potter is great. Did you read that?
No.
Okay, then.
No.
All right.
But Harry Potter is a whimsical fantasy type of thing. I'm talking about
adults read Harry Potter.
I'm talking about books that a lot of them would have been on our reading list anyway in school.
Okay.
Like there's historical significance.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Right. Like a book like that.
Okay.
Something that you
The
just
Great Gatsby.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're
1984.
rolling. Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
9/11.
All those different things.
Fahrenheit 9/11. That's the documentary. Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
All right.
See, I'm not the biggest reader.
That's fair.
What'd you read?
I read the Kamala Harris narrative about the 107 days. It was interesting because I wanted to see what her perspective was on everything happening that quickly, who would be thrown under the bus. Was there anything in the background that she thought was like an issue or an obstacle that we maybe didn't realize? So I'm interested in those types of things, like people who, whether it's, political folks or whether it's like business people, I like hearing their stories and their side of the story. What went well, what didn't. I read Shoe Dog a couple years ago, and it kind of got me on that. It was a Phil Knight book. And then the other one that I read was Bill Rabinowitz's last book on the most recent championship.
I've got that book.
Felt like it was about time to dive into that one. He's done a hell of a job with the books that he's done on Ohio State football. So really enjoyed it. Flew right through it.
Bill did one. It wasn't about your championship season in 2014. It was about Urban's first season,
he did
right?
the championship
2012.
season as well.
Oh,
so
he
had
did.
Buckeye Rebirth, and then he had the Chase.
And then he had the one that he just
I think the
put
Brotherhood.
out. Yeah, about the most recent title. So he's done 3 of them. No, Bill Rabinowitz does a fantastic job, and those are good reads for any Buckeye fan. We've had him on here to talk about that book, so that is fantastic. Too Hot Thursday. We'll get into all this stuff. I did have a little update on the situation back at the home front.
Oh yeah, let's hear.
Dog crap gone. It's gone.
Oh, so he must have been listening.
Either he was listening or somebody was listening that got the word to him, or it was just. It just happened.
No,
this was something that he was ready to
call
do.
the lawyer.
That's right. Yeah. It's going to get Michael Bennett in the law offices of McLaughlin and Bennett on the case. we were going to take care of business.
Are all 100 piles gone?
See, I didn't. I'm going off the word of the missus here.
Okay, all right.
And she had visual evidence of work being done.
Okay.
So I didn't do any inspecting yet. I'm sort of going off of her word that it was out there and the work was being done.
That's fair.
That's really all I can ask for step one. So I didn't have to do anything. No note had to be delivered. If you guys missed this yesterday, the situation that turned up was tons and tons of piles of dog crap, like all over the front yard area, and several of them actually bleeding into my property, which is, it's one thing when it's just a rogue one once every 6 months or whatnot, and it gets left in your yard and you got to take care of it. But when it's a lot and they're all just right there, that's when you just
throw your hands in there.
Are we living in a society?
No, we're not, obviously. But
what we have to do.
But we got to get it as close to a proper society as we can. And I'm glad that your neighbor decided it was time to remove the poo.
What do we got going on here? We got the Olympics and we got Team USA and Team Canada on the women's game. You heard Paul Keels with the update at the top of the hour. 1-0 Canada in the third. There's about 11 minutes to go here, so they got to get the job done. Team USA has just been steamrolling through this tournament. They've been so good. This is the matchup that everybody wants to see. You hope to see it at the end of the men's tournament as well. For the men, USA and Canada got to get one more win each in the semis to give us that game on Sunday, but hopefully they get the job done. I know we got a current Buckeye and Joy Dunn on Team USA. She's awesome. How about the Ohio State women's hockey program in general?
I know.
Joshua, they're rolling on 4 straight appearances in the national championship game.
It's amazing.
With 2 wins.
It's amazing. It's one of those things, and I keep going back to it. And the day and age that we're in college athletics, and one of the questions that gets tossed around is, what is the tolerance for 36 varsity athletic programs at a single university? And my pushback to that is, got a lot of really good stuff going on that doesn't make money, and I don't think that needs to be the number one concern. And that would be another piece of evidence for it. Like, that's a program that does a hell of a job, probably doesn't get the recognition that it needs, but like, I take pride in that kind of stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is something to be proud about, and it's why I actually think that hockey you can generate some revenue with hockey, especially them, as good as they are. They do need an arena, and I know that's going to cost a lot of money. That's going to be really expensive, but I think in the end, it's going to be worthwhile for those two programs to be in a place where they can have their practicing, their training, and their games all in the same place.
It would be sweet.
And I do think, and I think they know it over there too, down the street, they're way past due to be a program of this side, competing at the level in which they're competing. Many of their other, similar programs in their conference, they already have this stuff and have had this stuff for a long time. I mean, I'm not saying you got to be like Minnesota, where you have an exclusive women's hockey arena and an exclusive men's arena, but you at least need to have a hockey-specific place. You built Covelli, and Covelli took care of a lot of those other sports.
Covelli's great.
And that was big. And look at the environments they get in there.
It's awesome.
For wrestling and for volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
And for gymnastics, it's fantastic. Hockey deserves it. And the best way, when you say, like, we can't really know how all these other sports will make money in the end, but the best way to stay safe is to be awesome, because then you will not be on the chopping block if you are winning at that kind of rate. So keep it up. Coach Muzzerall doing an unbelievable job, and hope Team USA comes up with the win here. This will end before the hour, so we will keep you updated on that. There's something that keeps popping up in the news that I've got to see to believe. We'll hit on that next. Joshua Perry is here. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got holdup due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on East Broad Street, east of James Road. Emergency crews are on scene there, causing some extra delay. And there's a couple-minute holdup due to that ongoing construction on westbound 70 on the west side near Hilliard Rome Road. This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, we all know how important sex is in a relationship, both for you and your partner. But erectile dysfunction ruins sex, which can often have serious impacts on your relationship as well. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if ED is a problem in your life, you understand the impacts it has on you and the one you love. But I'm here to tell you that ED is a treatable condition, and almost without exception, you can have really good sex again. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men with protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, good sex will be the norm. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a level of intimacy for you and your partner that might just astound you both. It's time to have really good sex again, so call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
If the big garage door guy's estimate to replace a spring looked more like an estimate for having open heart surgery, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For over 30 years, a trusted Columbus staple. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Select 12-pack cans of Coca-Cola, 6-pack bottles of Pepsi, or 18 packs of Gatorade, or buy 3, get 3 free with your card. Limit 12. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Germain Honda of Dublin cares about your vehicle and your time, and they do that with same-day service with no appointment necessary. Sell them your vehicle at their buying center and get paid as soon as the same day. Shop great lease and finance offers on all the Honda favorites, like the Passport, the Odyssey, and the redesigned Pilot. Service it, sell it, or drive something new. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or online at germainhondaofdublin.com.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News and World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Below freezing? Fire up the grill at Billiards Plus. The grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Morning Juice is now on YouTube weekday mornings starting at 6.
If you're a fan of Bobby Carpenter, he's ready to attack and dominate.
If you're a fan of Jeff Dudoff,
Drive directly to a hospital.
seriously, The Fan.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Do you have an oak tree in your yard? The Ohio Chapter International Society of Arboriculture is committed to advancing responsible tree care practices while preventing a fungal disease called oak wilt. They remind those who own and manage oak trees the best time to prune is November to early March. To find out more, there are over 1,000 qualified tree experts in Ohio. To find an ISA certified arborist in your area, visit treesforohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Staples has hot deals and low prices on everything for your business, like up to $125 off your print order. Ends 4/18. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We are tracking mostly cloudy skies and highs up into the lower 60s here once again. However, we are also tracking some showers and thunderstorms developing here for this afternoon and evening. A few of those storms could be strong to severe, with some hail and wind being the primary threats here as we head into tonight. Windy and colder Friday coming our way as highs will be in the 50s in the morning. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Darren White here on 97.1 The Fan.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Let's get one thing perfectly clear. If you're not willing to kill baby Hitler, you're a moron. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Joshua Perry is hanging out with us here today. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up at 3:30. It's Around the Big Ten with our friend Adam Rittenberg, longtime guest. Great at talking college football with us, so we'll do that. It is a Too Hot Thursday. Look for the Too Hots to start rolling in around 4 o'clock or so. Our guy, Joshua Perry.
You may call me Mr. Joshua.
Do you know that movie? Do you know Lethal Weapon? Are you in on that one?
No.
Oh, my God.
If you try anything, you'll have to talk to Mr. Joshua.
I love cop movies. I think you will love the Lethal Weapon trilogy. And I like how you keep the list going, too, of movies to go and check off.
I feel like every time I say I haven't seen a movie, Teddy looks at me through the glass a little judgingly. I peek over there and I'm like, he's judging me again.
Should he not?
No, I think he should.
With a little judgmental eye?
But the look, it hurts my heart a little bit.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know you know Lethal Weapon things. It's impossible not to. That was kind of like a deep track, but Gary Busey was the maniac.
Okay.
It's the original, right?
Yeah, that's the original.
One.
Yeah, Mr.
They have
Joshua.
a great, Mr. Joshua, and I think the name of like the main bad guy. He's the dude that has the cameo in Liar Liar when they have the great conference room scene.
That's right. Yeah.
Where Jim Carrey comes in busting him up, right? But Lethal Weapon is obviously Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Riggs, you're crazy. You really are crazy. It's got the "I'm too old for this" S line. Like that's
all right.
That's all Lethal Weapon, and they transition all throughout the movie with saxophone riffs. Anytime they're moving from one topic to the other, let's get into the Chicago Bears now. It's perfect. It's just sultry. It's great. Little saxophone, jazz riffs all throughout the movie. So you got to put that one on the list. So the Chicago Bears. You talk about things that I'll need to see to believe. The fact that they are still toying around with these ideas of going to Northwest Indiana. Mm-hmm. We've heard Gary being thrown out there.
Sure.
And now the latest is that the Bears and the Indiana governor are saying progress is being made on a new stadium in Hammond, Indiana.
That's right.
Yes, which is out near Wolf Lake. And you lived in the Chicago area.
I sure did.
So you can speak to this. That's not that far away from downtown Chicago by mileage, but when you understand the area there, it still can be very tricky to get to, especially depending on where you live in the Chicago suburbs. On the Illinois side, it could be a long way. I don't think this is ultimately going to happen. They are just talking. It's probably still going to wind up in the Arlington Heights area, wherever else they're looking at. I hate that it's going to be a dome. They're not going to move off of that. But put this thing near Gary or in Hammond, Indiana, yeah, I'll believe it when it actually happens.
So a lot of Chicago Bears fans, just like general fans, are in that Northwest Indiana and then, South side Chicago area. But when you look at their season ticket holders, those people are closer to Arlington Heights, right? North of Chicago, out in the suburbs that way. So I think they'd want to be closer to where their season ticket holders are. This also, to me, is one of like the weirdest locations that you could put a stadium. I don't know if people have been to Hammond, Indiana before. There's nothing but refineries over there. Like, it's not very pretty. There's nothing really built up. There's like a couple casinos on the way out there. It's not a place to me.
It doesn't even feel like some of those stops off of the interstate there.
Yep.
They don't feel like they are communities until you get farther into Indiana.
Right.
Where you got towns like Chesterton, where my grandparents lived.
Yes.
Like towns like that where the steel mills become less.
Right.
And then you have like the Indiana Dunes, like the park where people from Chicago would go to the beach. But Hammond doesn't really have...
No.
It's just a stop. There's some gas stations and all that. And they do have the lake area there.
Right.
Which is where they would want to put that stadium.
So if you're thinking about this from a politics legislation standpoint, because the whole reason this is news right now is because Indiana passed a bill that would directly impact the funding of a stadium and building up the area around it. I think they're thinking if you build it, they'll come, right? So you put the stadium there and all of a sudden you get the infusion of the dollars. They had a similar thing with when they built Lucas Oil. To me, it's insane. That area, I feel like I don't think people would even go if you built it. The most interesting part about
if you build it, they will come.
I don't believe that. I just don't. The most interesting thing about it from a political standpoint to me, though, was Illinois was supposed to have a hearing on this as well. And they just canceled it. And all of their people are like, yep, we have some things that we are just like, we're not going to budge on. We want them to do their due diligence with what they want to do with the team. And we're going to think about our plan. And we'll be back here to negotiate when the time comes. I don't think that they believe that the Bears would actually leave either, which really intrigues me about this. So I'm kind of with you. Like, I think the Bears want to do a deal a certain way. But as a charter franchise in the NFL, that was literally in downtown Chicago, and now they're thinking about moving. The idea isn't we're going to move to Indiana away from where our season ticket holders are. Like, if we move at all, it should probably be closer to where some of the fans are, and also like in Illinois, right outside of Chicago in the suburbs, and not the Indiana part of the Chicago suburbs.
I think they're both bad ideas. I just want to say that.
I don't think it's great either, but they want to do what they want to do.
I like how the Commanders, my team that I grew up watching, and back when they were the Redskins and they built that stadium, that piece of junk out there in the middle of Maryland where nothing was around there. My aunt and uncle actually lived in one of the townhouse developments that was on the outskirts of the parking lot of that stadium. That was the only thing that ever made it convenient for us that their stadium was there. But you know how many times we actually went out to visit them where there was a game going on? Zero, that many times, because trying to get in there and get out of there would have been a complete and total nightmare. But
I think it's going to be
back. They're going back to the site of RFK Stadium where they left. So just do the work now and rebuild. Like, build the stadium you want to build.
They've already done renovations. That thing is a dump.
But it's a dump. I understand that, but you're in Chicago. Like, you're right there.'re by the museums. You're in a spot.
I get it.
It's like the essence of the team.
I'm just not even sure they could do what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking, the plot of land they were looking at in Arlington Heights is just like huge piece of land. They could do all the different things. I'm with you. I would love to see them stay in downtown Chicago, but they want to do what they want to do. So I just don't think going to Hammond makes a lot of sense.
It's not about how there's no Bears fans in Indiana, too.
No,
Obviously, there are. It's not about that, and they should still be fans of the Bears.
You'll piss a lot of your fans off by moving across state lines.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
Some other NFL news. I saw that the Seattle Seahawks, we talked about this, they're about to go up for sale right now. It's kind of fascinating. You got a team that just won the Super Bowl, and then boom, all-time high, right?
Yeah.
For the city that you're in. I think they've been kind of undervalued at some of the numbers that we've seen. Like, this is the Seattle Seahawks. They have just won their second Super Bowl now, and Paul Allen's estate that was in the wishes of the will, they have commenced a formal sale process. It started yesterday. So here we go with the Seattle Seahawks. Time to sell these bad boys.
Do you think it's going to be
$10 or more?
Do you think it's going to be like a tech person who's like, I just made a whole bunch of money and now I want to do this. I'm going to be a hobbyist. I want to be one of the few who gets to own this. Or is it going to be somebody who's like, serious, I want to compete. Like, they've won championships. Let's enhance that. Because I think there's a type of owner.
I think you can be both.
I think
right?
you can be both, but I think they typically fall into the I've got a lot of money and this would be a nice toy to have versus this is like legitimate business for me and we want to win at all costs.
Better Paul Allen, and you're probably not going to know either of these guys, but Paul Allen from American Psycho with Christian Bale.
I'm shaking my head.
Takes an axe to the.
Hey, Paul!
Bad day for Paul there. And then you got Paul Allen, who is the Vikings play-by-play voice. I know you know this famous call
I think I know
for
what's
the
coming.
Brett Favre interception.
Favre goes back to pass. He pumps. Now he fires over the middle. Intercepted. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. It was intercepted by Tracy Porter near side to the 40, and John Sullivan runs him down at the 47-yard line. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe what I just saw.
Looking at that play, he should have just held on to it, Paul. He should have. He could have easily gotten 5 or 6 yards if he would have just pulled that thing down and dove forward.
But why do you even ponder passing? I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
Paul was none too happy with Brett Favre's decision-making right there at the end of the Saints game.
An elite call of a terrible play.
He really just was baffled by it.
You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe what I just saw.
Just how he got genuinely sad. He got genuinely depleted by that move by Brett Favre throwing the interception. It was a really bad play. All right, we're going to take you around the Big Ten with our friend Adam Rittenberg. That's coming up in 2 minutes. Joshua Perry is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Expect some slowdown due to a crash on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and US 33. Police are on scene there, adding to the holdup. We also have a crash that's blocking the left lane on East Broad Street, east of James Road, causing some delay there. This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, Blueprint Takeoffs turn your blueprints into quotes faster. Bring your plans to the Lowe's Pro Desk and get help streamlining the estimating process. Then, when your order's ready, Lowe's delivers to the job site. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It's Skyway time at Skyline Chili. Come get your Skyline 3, 4, or 5-way with 50% extra cheese at no extra charge. Regular and large ways only at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Great Lakes Hyundai wants you to save your refund this tax season with 90 days of no car payments and 0% financing on 26 Hyundai Santa Fe's and Tucsons for up to 60 months. No payments, 90 days, 0%. Keep your tax money in your pocket. Go now for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With proof credit, some customers may not qualify. Interest accrues during no payment period. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Offer ends 3/2.
Get Eco.
ECO. When your drain is clogged, our drain team will clear it for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it will stay clear for at least a year. Or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Go to geteco.com.
It's Timmy Hall here stepping in for the Common Man. You see, he decided to go to Italy when his Germain spot was due. Must be nice. You know what else is nice? Germain's month-long President's Day sale at all the locations listed at GoGermain.com. This month, all qualified pre-owned vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. On top of the $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a car for less. Nearly 4,000 30,000 vehicles, 30 brands, one website. You can only find the savings and that warranty at GoGermain.com. Hope you enjoyed your cured meats, Common Man.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Common Man and Timmy present Around the Big Ten with ESPN's Adam Rittenberg.
We go to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline and talk with our guy, Adam. Hope the week's been going good. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing great, guys. Hope you're both doing well.
Oh, we just saw Team USA tied up with Team Canada. Kind of watching, keeping one eye on this hockey game, Adam. Don't know how much into the Winter Olympics you've been. You catch any of that this past couple weeks?
You know, bits and pieces. Watching the game right now. My daughter's gotten into hockey. I actually took her up to Wisconsin to watch them play because they have like half the team is Wisconsin players. So
yes,
got a taste of a little bit there. But no, it's been good. The time change has been a little harder for me than the normal for whatever reason. But a lot of curling, some skiing, and other things going on.
I was just seeing more of the double tapping of the stone, like right on my screen, right? Just popped up on my Twitter feed with the scandalous curling situations going on. But Adam, bringing it to college football here, one of the things that continues to be at the forefront is what's going to happen with the college football playoff format. I'm just wondering, from the people you've talked to, what is the big driver on why Tony Petitti and the Big Ten want this 24-team field so bad? I can't really wrap my head around it, but what is it to you?
Well, they want to create more drama for more teams and essentially create a playoff within the playoff, so that in the Big Ten, you know that if you get in position, you can work your way into that larger field, and that it doesn't necessarily have to be about your brand or doesn't have to be about your preseason ranking or someone's opinion of you. But if you win a certain number of Big Ten games, you can get into the college football playoff. And I think what was notable about the proposal there is that they don't have the same value placed on their league championship game as, say, the SEC does. The SEC started its championship game in the early 90s. It's a very meaningful date for SEC fans. The Big Ten championship game didn't start until 2011. It's a much more recent game. It doesn't matter as much to Big Ten fans as the SEC one does to SEC fans. So that's in part why the Big Ten is going with this larger format, because it's certainly more money. It's more opportunity for teams within the Big Ten. I think the question, though, nationally, guys, is whether this model secretly has more support or, in fact, just lacks support everywhere else. Because if that's the case, it's going to be hard for the Big Ten to get such a large model through.
Adam, I wanted to ask about some headlines that your colleagues made. I think it was Dan Wetzel who said there's this idea that Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan could kind of do what Notre Dame essentially is doing and be independent and package some of their games together, sell them for a ton of money. Do you think there is actually a world where some of the superpowers in these conferences decide that they might be more valuable on their own and start to break off?
I hope not. But again, I think what Dan said is something that's been the case for many years, is that, certain members and certain conferences, especially those three in the Big Ten, have a lot more value on their own than they do as part of a conference. And, I think one thing that stood out, especially in this league, was the equal revenue sharing and the willingness of an Ohio State and a Michigan and a Penn State to share revenue equally with Indiana and Purdue and Minnesota and Northwestern. And, will that be the case ultimately with obviously a major line item that you didn't used to have in terms of athlete compensation and still trying to support so many sports? It may be harder, but it would be, somewhat catastrophic for that situation to take place. It would be turning away history, more than 100 years of history. And I don't think it's something that would be popular with even the fan bases that that model could benefit. So again, it's something that needs to be said. It's true. But again, are we just operating college sports based completely on valuation, or are we trying to preserve some of the things that we've lost and we're trying to hang on to?
Adam Rittenberg is joining us. We're talking some Big Ten and college football in general. And that's the interesting thing, too. So clear this up. How many conferences right now are – I know we had this in the ACC, right? Didn't Miami get to keep all of its revenue from the college football playoff? That is something – forget about, schools breaking away right now if that were to be something crazy that happened. But at least getting to keep 100% of everything they earn in the college football playoff, because if you have an outlier type of program in the Big Ten that maybe hits on a few, maybe they get a big booster that pumps some money into their program, but it's not forever, and they hit on a couple of recruits, they have that big year, and then if they make a run in the college football playoff, they get to keep all that and then feed it back into their team and their roster. That could really do some things for your near future as a college football team.
Right, it's the eat what you kill model, and I think it makes a lot of sense. In terms of rewarding teams for what they've done in the postseason. Notre Dame's had that model in place for many, many years. I remember going back to the old BCS days, what it meant to be in a BCS game financially as an independent. And you mentioned the ACC. That was a result of Florida State and Clemson suing the league and threatening to leave, and then they have reached at least a temporary compromise, which ironically Miami's the one that benefits from. A team that maybe someday will look to leave the ACC, but it was not one that was pushing for a different revenue structure, and Miami was able to get that windfall. But again, I think that makes sense for others that are again looking for ways to stay together. I do know this. Tony Petitti is a lot of things, and he's been called a lot of things. He desperately wants to keep the Big Ten together during his tenure. He does not want to see this become those three splitting off and, these others that just can't survive. It's very, very – it's why the private equity push was so important to him and to others in the conference is he saw that as a way of uniting the Big Ten and preventing a splintering or a cutting off or whatever term you want to use. And so I think that I can say for sure in talking with Tony that's something that really matters to him.
I wanted to ask you about this, more of a big picture thing with college football, but saw the news of Thomas Hammock, the Northern Illinois coach who ends up becoming the running backs coach for the Seattle Seahawks. And then the Montana coach kind of retired and then became the defensive coordinator at Illinois. And it feels to me, at least, that over the last couple of years, we've seen coaches from FCS or we've seen coaches from the group of five kind of take it maybe a step back in a lesser title to go to the NFL or to go to Power 4 football. Is this a trend that's going to continue, and what does that mean for FCS and for group of five?
Well, Joshua, I think it means that we're seeing a changing in the generation of coaches. I think if you want to be a head coach in 2026, you can't do so being embittered about the way things are or yearning for how it used to be, even when you played. This is how it is. And this generation of coaches, and Kenny Dillingham is a great example of this at Arizona State, they need to be excited to coach in this environment and excited about NIL and rev share and the transfer portal and a roster that changes year to year. If it's just going to be something that makes you upset and bitter, and again, Thomas had his position. I have a lot of respect for Thomas. I've known him for years. Bobby Hawk obviously expressed his frustrations at Montana, and then now he takes a job with Brett Bielema at Illinois, which is certainly less responsibility. You're going to see more of that for guys who just don't want to deal with what the realities are, but it also creates opportunities, like I said, for that next group of coaches who are excited to coach at this time with some of the things that are in place.
Adam, what off-season storyline conference-wide are you most curious about?
Well, I mean, certainly Indiana and where they go after winning a national title, but I also think, is the Big Ten, becoming closer to what the SEC was when you went into a season, guys, and it wasn't just on Ohio State. There were so many teams that if this and this and this happen, can win a national championship. And you look at this year in the Big Ten, Oregon might be the favorite. So you might go from Michigan, Ohio State, and Indiana winning national titles to possibly Oregon winning its first national title, or maybe it's another team that's in that top group. And that's how you have a dominant conference, a conference that everyone respects and fears around the sport. Is the depth, and that's what the Big Ten lacked for many years, it was really only Ohio State that was in that category. And that's what's changed so dramatically in the NIL era. And the power of the Big Ten schools and the alumni bases and the donor bases, being activated in ways they never have before. I'm really curious to see, is it Indiana again? Is it Oregon? Is it someone else? But just how dominant this conference can be with the momentum that it certainly hasn't had in my lifetime.
All right, Adam, real quick, I got to ask you about the Chicago Bears. A lot of news today. What's your take?
Well, it was funny. I looked up the proposed site. It's literally like 500 meters from the Illinois state line. It still will feel odd if it is in Indiana, and certainly, the benefits of having a professional football franchise, going to that state versus the state that I live in would feel odd and different. But it's not like it's 40 miles into the state. You can still see the Chicago skyline. It would be a lot more like the Meadowlands relationship with the Giants and Jets, playing across the state line than maybe something that's totally extreme. But it would certainly be odd. I drove past the Arlington Heights site with my family over the weekend, pointing out to my kids, that's where the Bears should be playing. It doesn't look like they're going to be playing there, at least after the news of today.
Oh, Adam Rittenberg sounds like you're pro-Indiana right now.
No, I mean, here's what it is, guys. Hey, you know what I'm pro? I'm pro making the playoffs again because it had been way too long since they were in the playoffs and actually won a playoff game.
Oh, going to be loving the Dan Ryan Expressway getting down there. All right, Adam, take care. We'll talk to you next week, okay?
Thanks, fellas.
Yep, good stuff. There he is on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. There is a tradition that has long since run its course. We had another example of it last night. That's next. Joshua Perry is here. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
There's a couple-minute delay if you're on eastbound 70 on the east side, going from Miller Avenue to US 33. And you're going to hit a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Coda. Riding Coda is easier than ever, now that you can pay with just a hop on Coda. And with a tap of your smartphone, smartwatch, or card, you're ready to ride. Learn more and move your way at coda.com/tap. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Factory direct is really pretty simple. The factory sells it directly to the consumer. I mean, we build it. There's nothing that anybody else does. We have stations where everybody touches the window. Everyone sees what's going on. So if there's an issue, we catch it as it's going down the line. That's probably the biggest thing, is the ability to make sure what goes out the door is what I want to go out the door.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
It's truck season at Germain Toyota, and the deals are about as tough as the trucks. Get into a new 2026 Toyota Tundra with $299% financing for up to 72 months, plus $1,000 in Toyota Financial Services finance cash, or at least a 2026 Tacoma SR5 for just $289 a month for 39 months, 10,000 miles per year, and $36.99 due at signing. Power, reliability, and offers that work as hard as you do. Visit Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or check them out online at germaintoyota.net.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube.
Along with those fake YouTube ads like chew this gum and it grows new teeth.
Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there.
Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you. So why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey, it's Matty Ice. February is the month of love, and my buddies at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion have the deals you'll love all month long. You can lease a brand new 26 Chevy Silverado for $289 a month for 36 months with only $39.98 due at signing, or you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP if you finance. Terms and restrictions apply. They have one of the largest selections of Silverados in the area. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Going to talk about court storming in basketball here in a minute. I'm like locked into the map now of Chicago. Kind of becoming more and more infatuated by what happens with the Bears, just because you who have lived there. I've got family that's from the area. We've got a lot of guys here at the station that are hardcore Chicago Bears fans. I host a show with that guy, with Mikey, who loves this team and loves to hate the team too. Like that's what he likes. But the thing of it is, for me, like whenever, like as I said, when you head into Chicago by car, I don't want to get off on any of those exits.
Agreed.
Like when I get on I-90, it's all the way to Chicago.
Yeah.
As Costanza would say, we're going all the way to the Hamptons. It's 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
Man, you
going
get
all the way. We're not getting off the highway.
All through Indiana, there's a little plaza there, and they've got a gas station and a couple of restaurants and a hotel back there. You cross over, and that's when you start to get on the toll road. I tell my wife,
we're locked in.
Yeah, if you got to pee,
just go.
If you need to get
just
gas,
go, man.
Because we're not stopping until we get to the city.
No. If we leave Maryville, it's all the way there.
We're just rolling.
Leaving Chesterton, we're going all the way there. That's how that happens. Yeah. Arlington Heights is a long ass way away from downtown Chicago.
It is.
Not punching it into Google yet. Just by my eyeball, it looks like the Wolf Lake Hammond site is closer to where the current stadium is.
Probably.
By a little bit. Like just across the border there. But here was the thing, too. I didn't tell you about this. We actually went to the stadium when we took our little summer trip there. We did like a lake in Indiana, and then we did downtown Chicago. We weren't going a long way last summer. We wanted to do something, spend 4 or 5 days, like going to downtown Chicago and doing some things for a few days. So we went there was a practice that was going on. It was near the tail end of training camp. So Soldier Field was open. So we're like, okay, that's something to do. It was practically free to go and check out the stadium. It was a perfect day out there. We walked all the way back, and it was great. It was a beautiful day. We walked on the little lakefront sidewalk all the way back, hooked it up with the river walk, and then went to our hotel off of Michigan Avenue.
Oh, there you go.
And that was fun. Like things like that, because of the area that you're in, which it saddens me. It's few and far between. We got one with Cleveland we're talking about leaving. We're going to leave. You've got Chicago. They're going to leave. I love the idea of the stadiums being in the cities that bear their names.
I'm with you. I feel like logistically it's still not a great setup. I went one time, my friend invited me when I was living out there to a tailgate before a Bears game. Then we went in, had a great time. But if you don't live close to Soldier Field, it is hell getting in there. The Uber situation's terrible. The traffic downtown is awful.
Not denying that.
You got a lot of people coming from the suburbs into the city. Nobody wants to do that.
Chicago.
That's why you live in the suburbs, is so you don't go into the city that much.
Chicago, by nature, because of the gigantic body of water, is a more difficult traffic city.
It's hard to traverse.
You can only get in there. Like, again, everyone's coming pretty much
from the same
outside Chicago.
Right.
They're coming from the north, from the Wisconsin
and it's a lot of people
area,
coming from
Indiana
the north,
area,
right?
Yeah.
Like the people who are going to the game are typically coming in that way. It's hell. It's tough. So I understand this idea of,
but there's a charm to being there.
Charm sounds good. That, once again,
and they're all about,
that place is kind of a dump.
They're all about
and
the
it's
money.
Hard to get to.
Yeah, they're all about the money. Who's going to pay the most?
The charm kind of wears off.
Well, but you get the point. You just
I do get the point.
tear
and
tear
this is
it down.
Also me not being a fan of that team. I'm not that invested.
Like the Redskins had to leave because RFK was a dump and it was falling apart. But hello, McFly, knock it down and build a new one.
Well, the Bears were trying to do that.
You don't have to leave for 30 years and then come back to do the thing that you should have done back then.
By the way, they're trying to leave Soldier Field, and I think there's still like $300 million in debt from a renovation that they're trying to walk away from because the Park District owns Soldier Field. The Bears don't even own it. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of issues here.
That's the same thing is going to go on with Washington with who owns the land that they're on. So that's going to be a situation for them. But to storming the court in basketball, okay, another example came up. Did you see? I saw a clip. I had to go to Reddit to actually find the clip of this because I don't know why I wasn't finding it on Twitter. But Fred Hoiberg in Nebraska, they've been great. You got the mayor up there. He's finally 7 years into that program now, and this is what they are starting to do. And they lose to Iowa, which is not some surprising defeat. Iowa's a really good team. They got a first-year coach who's doing an incredible job. Anybody comes up from northern Iowa, you kind of know they're going to be a good basketball coach. They pump them out. But so Hoiberg gets he doesn't get accosted. I saw the video. It's frustrating because you've got fans that are jumping up there to go and celebrate, but they just want to stick their phone right in your face. And to me, I get it. Like that would feel so obnoxious to have someone just putting their device right in between your eyeballs just to get a reaction. Like, you want a reaction out of me. And so Fred swatted the guy's phone away. He didn't hit the guy. He did accidentally make contact with an Iowa, like a videographer, I think, and caught him kind of in the back of the head. So that wasn't cool. But the point being, all these situations happen because all these people run out onto the court. And nothing ever seems to be done about it. This is one issue where everyone just wants to sit on their hands and maybe throw some fines onto universities and schools and athletic programs there. But if you really, really wanted to get it to stop, you know that you could. But everyone's too afraid. I mean, you throw the fines way, way up, and
does the fine stop somebody from, because the fan's not paying the fine?
You don't want to wait until someone really gets trampled. That's the problem that I have. You can see where it's going to go, and everybody's just sort of waiting for someone to get seriously injured, paralyzed, or a bad, nasty, ugly situation. Another Malice in the Palace breaks out. It's honestly shocking that there hasn't been another situation like that with the thousands of court stormings and field stormings that go on in just a typical college basketball or football season. And no one wants to do anything about it.
I guess my question is, like, what is effective? You said bump up the fines way more. Like, I'm a fan. I don't pay the fine. Really don't care. Like, unless you're going to use AI facial recognition to ban people and, like, identify them as they're trying to come into stadiums or arenas because they violated your court storming or field storming rules.
You lose the game. You forfeit the game.
Forfeit the game would be.
You lose the game.
I guess that
Nobody's
would be the extreme measure you could take.
No one's going to do it.
Are we really going to do that?
It might take something like that.
It might take something like that, but I guess that's my thing.
Keep taking this to the extreme.
I think it's harder to enforce than what you're trying to make it sound like. I don't think I love it necessarily either, but I don't know how the hell I'm going to stop a whole bunch of people from doing it.
All right, it is a Too Hot Thursday. Dying to see what sounds from the station Panama Ted has stored up. That is next. Joshua's here. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got some slower traffic on northbound 71 on the south side, going from Greenlawn Avenue to 315. And there's just a couple-minute delay on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hot deals and super low prices on everything for your business. And right now, brand your business at Staples with up to 30% off custom labels. Exclusions apply. Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app. Ends April 18th. Visit staples.com/print for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Dr. Mark Levy can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring. Sleep better. Live better.
Columbus winters got you down. Rise up in the Ford F-150. Slash through snow with 2.9% APR for 60 months and up to $3,250 bonus cash. Credit questions? We're ready. Pre-qualify today at capitalfordcolumbus.com.
Just thinking about how prices have gone up stresses me out. Everything's too expensive.
Yeah, but it's all good.
What's your deal?
What's my deal? I saved at Metro by T-Mobile with no activation fees. And I got 4 lines for just $25 each.
Wow.
And 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G. And no ID required.
Get that more for your money feeling. Only at Metro. Visit your store today. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Oh, okay. We've got a little song today, eh?
Yeah, spent quite a while working on that one. Thought I'd sell more windows if I had a catchy window jingle.
I like it. You know, jingles aren't really our thing at Pella. We just stick to the highest levels of quality and design thing.
Oh. Wish we would have thought of that. Doot.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Listen up, basketball fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on player points, rebounds, triple doubles.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, Central Ohio. It's Andrew from Home Team Solutions. And yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years, and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL, 614-962-7355, or selltohometeam.com.
Hey there, friends. High Bank isn't just award-winning whiskey. They also make the best vodka in America. With 3 Central Ohio locations serving scratch-made food and craft cocktails, High Bank is perfect for date night, game day, or drinks with friends. Learn more at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
It's Timmy Hall and Common Man for Hollywood Casino Columbus, and all month long, there's so much money to win.
You can win $1 million instantly. Plus, every week, there's multiple ways to score big Penn Cash prizes.
And new members who sign up for the Penn Play app can win up to $2,026 in Penn Cash.
And you see the brunch items they still have at the Sportsbook restaurant? Biscoff stuffed French toast, Country Benedict.
Plus, on March 6th, we got Muay Thai and Championship Boxing tickets available on Ticketmaster.
Oh, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
It's Timmy Hall here stepping in for the Common Man. You see, he decided to go to Italy when his Germain spot was due. Must be nice. You know what else is nice? Germain's month-long President's Day sale at all the locations listed at GoGermain.com. This month, all qualified pre-owned vehicles come with a 3-month 3,000-mile warranty. On top of the $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a car for less. Nearly 4,000 vehicles, 30 brands, one website. You can only find the savings and that warranty at GoGermain.com. Hope you enjoyed your cured meats, Common Man.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Listen up. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Dr. Mark Levy's been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results. And now he has an office in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. Team USA takes gold medal in the women's hockey title match in the Winter Olympics in Italy today, 2-1. The Americans beat the Canadians. Megan Keller with a game-winning goal. That's after Hillary Knight tied the game with just 2 minutes left in regulation. The American men's squad will face Slovakia in the semifinals tomorrow. The opposite side has Canada going up against Finland. Team Canada has not ruled out Sidney Crosby at this point. He was injured in yesterday's quarterfinal win over Chechnya. Golf opening round of the PGA Genesis Invitational in California. Play has been suspended. Akshay Bhatia, the leader, at 3 under par. He's a stroke better than Colin Morikawa, Rory McIlroy, and Ryan Gerard. Cleveland Cavaliers take a 5-game winning streak into tonight's home matchup with the Brooklyn Nets. This update brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Voted best credit union for the past 8 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Yep. I'm watching the replay of Megan Keller's game-winning goal for Team USA. They get gold over Team Canada in women's ice hockey. Incredible move. Really, just incredible move. I don't know if you have seen it, Joshua, or can peek onto the screen here, but takes it to the outside, rips it like right through the defender, and then backhand 5-hole game winner. Just really beautiful hockey. Great puck handling. Great score.
I feel like hockey players generally don't get enough credit for the athleticism. Like that's the type of play right there.
What a play.
Yeah, I mean, first off, being on ice to me, I've never ice skated, don't desire to, but like obviously not easy, and then the hand-eye coordination.
We get you ice skating. You're a natural athlete. It's fine.
You don't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm perfectly fine not ever getting on the ice.
I also respect that. If you're this deep into your life and you don't need to ice skate, you could live a happy life and never go out on the ice.
My perspective
that's also very sane.
Is just so jaded on things I've never done because, I have the nut allergy. And so people would be like, oh, you've never had a peanut butter and jelly. You've never had a Reese's peanut butter cup. And I'm like, no. And I made it this long. Like at this point, I don't even care what it tastes like. So I've not ice skated before. At this point, I don't even care.
Yeah, I mean, you
just leave it for the other people. Everybody else enjoy.
I did see something. You mentioning peanut butter again. I hate that you can't partake in Reese's snacks with me. But there's a thing I saw. I want to get to it later in the show about Reese's and something that's the family's claiming that Hershey's is doing.
Okay.
Phasing out like their key ingredients.
Oh, well,
the teaser there. Like you can't be doing
I'll be ready for that conversation when we get to it.
That's a franchise. I mean, we're talking about, taking the Chicago Bears out of Chicago.
Yeah.
You can't take the Reese's peanut butter or like their chocolate. You can't screw with those ingredients.
Well, they took the
Something you just
tallow out
don't
of the
do.
Mickey D's fries,
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They still taste great. They still taste fantastic, and it doesn't matter what they do. I'll be eating them. All right, Teddy, you ready for some Too Hot action?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Too Hot. Sponsored by Ohio Health. Rising to the occasion in the moments that truly matter. Learn more at ohiohealth.com/it's time.
All week long, our guy, Panama Ted, is scouring this radio station. He has ears open to all the shows. Anything that they say is up for grabs, and he could play it right here, right now. Teddy, where are you going to start? Possibly T-Bone and Tyvis?
How about T-Bone and Tyvis?
Oh, yeah.
With those guys. Now, this will go back to Monday's show, because if you guys remember last Saturday, we had Valentine's Day, and T-Bone kind of started off the show. He was asking Dylan and Tyvis sort of how their Valentine's Day went, and we'll give this a listen. Here we go.
What'd you do for Valentine's Day? Anything? Did you guys get after it? I mean, let's go. Whoa. I meant, did you go out for, I just meant, did you go out for dinner? I didn't mean anything more. I meant, did you go out and do something, Tyvis?
I didn't know you was curious.
I'm not, actually. I don't need to know.
Tyvis. It's too good.
Well, Tyvis now, and this has been well documented, is at a point weight-wise where he snort laughs, which is hilarious to me. Did you hear the snort in there when he was laughing?
I did.
Awesome.
I did. I mean, sometimes you earn a laugh like that, right? Where you get like the pig snort.
Do you really earn
because
it with Tyvis, though?
You suck. Yeah.
It feels like they're very liberal laughs.
It's that's fair, too. I don't really know if a joke really went over if Tyvis is cackling. Because he, it doesn't take much to relocate him.
He's very jovial.
He will move away from the microphone.
It's a full body experience when he's laughing. Yes.
Which I'm surprised that he still has that midsection that he has, because he laughs so much. You'd think that it's just a lot of
the abs
gyrating and ab workouts there.
He's got to go to Caps to tighten the abs up.
The drop that they have of him, though.
Having sex.
I believe.
What is the context?
I believe the context is he was doing one of the Tri-State live reads.
That would make some sense.
Makes perfect sense there, and then they have clipped that and they have played it over and over and over, which I am actually all for. I think they should keep playing that over and over. But that's also a good one by T-Bone. So did you guys get after it a little bit?
Did you get after it a little bit?
Yeah,
it's a hell of a way to tee up a Valentine's question.
We got after it. Get into some action on Valentine's Day. Oh, Teddy, what's next?
All right, let's jump up to Bishop and Friends. And, they have a couple segments during the week where they have people or listeners either email them or they're in the chat.
Hey, guys.
They have that. Yeah. And one of the ones they were talking about is sort of talked about modern technology and maybe what would you get rid of. And let's give a listen to this one here.
Hey, guys, what's an outdated piece of technology that you preferred to the modern equivalent and would like to see return?
Flip phone. I'm going to tell you. I think my kids have a problem with their phones. The two oldest have phones. They're 14 and 12. I think it's DEFCON 1 for them in terms of a problem. If there is something worse than DEFCON 1, it is my parents' age, like my dad. My wife's parents, who I love dearly and are lovely, are addicted to their phones. Addicted. You can be at lunch, at dinner, and if something pops in, they're on ChatGTP that leads into just a never-ending search of, well, this means this and this means this. And I'm going, what are we doing? Who needs to know what the weather's going to be in 17 days in a place you don't currently live? But, that's what happens. So to me, smartphones, burn them. That would be my number one.
He is absolutely right about oldies. Mm-hmm. Like my parents as well. They've got to look up everything to a T. They just have their phones out. They're at the table. They're checking their social media. They're on Facebook. My mom's face is in the phone. My dad's constantly looking up facts, and they're of inconsequential things that we can sit here and have the conversation. What if? I get every now and then, if you're hanging out with people over the span of an hour, and then you get to something where there's a sticking point and someone at the table is guaranteeing that they know something and you know that to be wrong, we can have it out and go to Google to find out. No, the capital of New Mexico is not Santa Fe, it's Albuquerque. Swear to God. What the hell is it? I think it's Santa Fe, right?
I don't know. You should Google it. Go ahead and get your phone out.
I don't want to do it.
Don't you have a song for that, Timmy?
More fun.
Song? You want a song about capitals? Or is that just South American?
No, Teddy,
capitals,
that's South America. Yeah. Quito, Ecuador, Brasilia, Brazil.
There is a song for
Bogota, Colombia.
the U.S. state capitals. I never learned it in school. That was not taught to my class.
Too much to remember.
You've got yourself a flip phone.
I do.
Yeah.
So I've got the best of both worlds. The flip phone is cool. I mean, Bo's obviously talking about
the old
flip
school
phones of an older generation. I did have the Motorola Razr.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Motorola Razr was one of the finest phones that was ever on God's green earth.
Yeah, you were a cool kid if you had that.
Oh my God, just how sharp and sleek it looked. I mean, you still had like the 3-letter texting
that was,
and all that. But
which
now,
people who text in abbreviations now, and there are a lot of young people who do this. They send, instead of writing out you, they just send the letter U. That was a thing we did because it was hell trying to actually type out a text message when it first was a thing.
It had meaning. Yeah.
Now you have a whole freaking keyboard. You can type out
still faster though.
Y-O-U.
Still faster though.
I know, but type
you
it.
Have the auto, like once you press the letter Y, O-U is right there next to it.
It's right there. So that's...
H-A on one cheek, sure enough, P-P-Y right there on the other. It fills it out for you.
My wife would probably say that I need to go back to the flip phone because I'm on my device too much. And I would actually be open to it. It might be a simpler way to live.
I can't remember I think it was also Motorola. But do you remember the phone that not only it did the flip, but if you closed it back, you could fold it up. And that was the first time I ever experienced like full keypad texting.
Interesting. I can't remember
what I'm talking about?
One.
Like, it was it was double-sided. It had a hinge on the top, so you could fold it up, and then you could just two-thumb text.
Oh, and you could flip it.
And then you could go, when you wanted to do a voice call, you could just do a standard flip.
Oh, no, I was thinking of a different one.
And then close it again, flip it back up sideways.
I think LG had that one where it was like a regular phone.
It was an LG.
Yeah,
it was definitely an LG.
And then the Sidekick, of course. You remember the Sidekick?
Is that what I'm describing?
No, I don't think the Sidekick was like the one where the screen like flipped out like that, and it was everybody who was cool.
Oh yeah, like it was the slide.
Yeah, it was like it was a whole thing. I wish I had one. I never had one.
Old phones were great. Why can't we be more like Andrew Luck? I got my flip phone here. I want to call my college coach, tell him how much he meant to me and how motivational he was. Okay, so coming up here, we'll have more Two Hots with our guy Teddy. Joshua Perry, he's a certified ball knower. I'm dying to know what you see as the biggest questions in the Buckeye defense coming up in 2026. That is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
There's about a 5-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt, going from 315 to 71. And there's slower traffic on eastbound US 33 from 270 to Bixby Road on the East Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by Vision Zero Columbus. Last year, 52 people died in traffic crashes in Columbus. Most were men, average age 40. One night, one choice. The ripple lasts far beyond the celebration. This new year, manage your speed. Learn more at columbus.gov/Vision Zero. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Great Lakes Hyundai wants you to save your refund this tax season with 90 days of no car payments and 0% financing on 26 Hyundai Santa Fe's and Tucsons for up to 60 months. No payments, 90 days, 0%. Keep your tax money in your pocket. Go now for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, some customers may not qualify. Interest accrues during no payment period. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Offer ends 3/2.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Hi, this is Mike with the Good Feet store. Are your bad feet making you grumpy all day like Dan was?
I was born with a sunny disposition, but I had so much knee pain and foot pain, I wasn't that way anymore. But then I'm driving down the street one day and my knee's hurting, and I see a Good Feet store. I thought, what do I have to lose?
Good Feet arch supports aren't just a cushion or a flimsy shoe insert. We have a system of arch supports designed to create better alignment for all 4 of your foot's arches. And the only place you can get the Good Feet system is at the Good Feet store.
Once I got my arch supports from Good Feet, I just went back to being my happy self again. My wife noticed it, my friends noticed it, even my dog noticed it. I just wish that I'd found Good Feet 20 or 30 years ago. I've got my Sunny back.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
If your garage door pauses halfway up, almost like it wants to build suspense, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For over 30 years, we fix sucky garage doors. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
When it comes to trucks, dependability matters. At Germain Toyota, we know what it takes to earn your trust. Quality vehicles, straightforward pricing, and a team that puts you first. From the job site to the weekend, drive a truck built to go the distance. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Jake Diebler's Buckeyes hit the road for a Big Ten battle with Michigan State.
Live fan coverage starts Sunday at noon.
Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Ohio sports destination. The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton. ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Now we're watching for some rain and a couple of strong thunderstorms through tonight across central Ohio. Then skies will clear into the Friday morning rush hour. A lot of sunshine on Friday, but you're going to notice the wind. In the afternoon, some gusts of 30 and 40 miles per hour, highs in the middle 50s. Saturday looks good, a lot of sunshine, middle 40s. Colder on Sunday with 30s. And yes, we could see some snow showers on Sunday. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Timmy desperately needs you to listen to this show so he can pay for his stupid dog's 10th ACL surgery. This is Man and Timmy.
You are catching us on a Too Hot Thursday. Too hot. Teddy's got lots of stuff here today. We're going to get back to it. Joshua Perry is hanging out with us as well. I've got the plug sheet for tomorrow. Buckeye football is always too hot. So you're going to talk some of that. And looky here, Eddie George is going to join the guys, T-Bone and Tyvis, tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Wow.
So definitely do not miss that. Old number 27 himself.
My guy.
Heisman Trophy, famous Tennessee Titan. Awesome player. So that's going to be cool. And the head coach of the Bowling Green Falcons right now.
One of the greats.
Absolutely.
Great dude, too.
Tim May is going to join Bishop and Friends at 10:30 in the morning. And on this show, it is a Go to Jail Friday. I feel like we've sent so many people to jail already.
We sent some
throughout the week.
toddlers to jail last week.
I mean, my neighbor's in jail, toddler's in jail, had that woman at the Chipotle.
Big jail.
Standing there all day, shaking the Chipotle pepper sauce in a plastic cup. She's in jail.
She should have taken the pepper sauce.
Just take the damn bottle.
Just take it.
Just take it, or move yourself over to a table and conduct your business right there. So, Joshua, Buckeye football defense in 2026. I mean, look at who we know we're losing. Caden McDonald. Fantastic player. I mean, gobbling up the middle of the defensive line. He was tremendous. No more Sonny Styles. All the time he put in. No more Arvell Reese. He's going pro. Could be a top 10 pick, top 5 pick when it's done. Caleb Downs, one of the best players overall in college football. He's gone. That's a lot to replenish. I know a lot of the work in the portal has been done on the back end, but what do you see? What's the biggest area of concern?
Yeah, I mean, I would start by saying the best defenses are always built from the front to the back and then from the inside out. So I would look at those guys up front, in particular the defensive line, and you're like, okay, I don't know if you can find another Caden McDonald, but can you get some production like that? I mean, you went from Tyleek to Caden, and you feel like you've had steady production from the interior of the defensive line.
Last two have been really good.
They've been really
good.
So I think Ohio State, that should be a focus and a point of emphasis. I love Kenyatta. I appreciate the fact that he's back. He's a guy to me that has to take that next step as an elite rusher. You know, he's been very good defending the run, right? He's got the tools. He's got the size. Like, close out on some sacks there. And I think I would start with the front. It's always going to be a concern for me. The linebacker room, I think, is in a solid spot in terms of the personnel that you have returning in the linebacker room. Also went out and got the transfer from Wisconsin, Alliegro. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name there. But he's a tough, gritty dude, right? So you feel like you like the pieces that are there. Just a question of, with increased playing time from those guys, can you get elite level production in the middle of your defense? And then on the back end, I know Caleb Downs is like the impossible of the impossible to try to replace from what he could do from a mental standpoint, the versatility that he had, the fact that he was a sure tackler, the leadership that he brought. The other guy to me that I feel like they're going to miss is Davison Igbinosun. And it's not just the idea of what he was able to do coverage-wise. He was a tone-setter type of player. The attitude that he had, the never back down, the relentlessness.
It could always cost you a penalty or two at the end of the game.
But I was perfectly fine with that because he was never going to let anything slide. He was running his mouth all the time. He was getting the guys hyped up. I love a corner that's not afraid to be aggressive and come up in the run game and try to hit guys too. And he didn't make all the tackles, but he would try to hit guys, and I appreciated that. Is there going to be somebody in the back end of the defense that brings that mentality to the secondary?
Yes. His name is Jermaine Matthews Jr. I mean,
he likes the belt.
I am not saying – I think he's a really, really good player. Is he going to be one of the best cornerbacks in the entire country? I think he's got to show that. He's got to take a step. But as far as his confidence and his attitude and how he likes to talk that talk and he likes to hit somebody, I think he absolutely has the makeup to be that guy.
It's got to permeate.
I think there's a drive in him that wants to prove it, that wants to, put some good film out there and become a first round caliber cornerback.
For sure.
He can do that. He's got to have a big year to get there. I want to look at just what hopefully Matt Patricia is going to be doing with this secondary coming up this year, because you talk about some of the transfer portal guys, and Caleb Downs is going away. Now look, you're gonna have a 3 safety base defense,
sure,
with who you brought back in here. So you've got Earl Little from Florida State, right? Ball hawking kind of guy. He can tackle as well with the numbers that he put up at FSU. That should be your nickel with how things should shake down. Terry Moore from Duke comes in, and hoping that he's healthy, goes into that Caleb Downs free safety spot. And then Jalen McClain, he comes back with experience now at strong safety. I don't know how that's going to look, because, again, that's 2 new pieces that you're going to put in. So that, to me, everything that you just said, front down. Like, if you got a great defensive line, Edric Houston is back, and he's tremendous. Bo Atkinson takes a step forward, provides some things.
Right. Will Smith Jr. can be a guy.
Yeah, you got to bank on that, but still that last line of defense is really important, and you got to make sure that the safeties know what the heck is going on.
And it feels like Ohio State's approach to replenishing the secondary was more of that production over potential when it comes to the guys that they grabbed out of the portal. Like, you start to look at these guys, and there's this question of like, well, is this a guy that you would have taken out of high school just in terms of the tools and the attributes and the physical? And maybe the answer to that question is, nah, I don't know. But you bring in veteran, experienced players, and I think they really value that. And in particular, in a defense where the coordinator in Matt Patricia does ask those guys to have varied looks and to do a little bit of pre-snap thinking, and some communication has to go down. I think the idea of players who have played a ton of reps, that have the experience in college football, is beneficial for the type of structure. If this was Jeff Hafley, where he was running just a bunch of cover 3 and man-to-man, and there wasn't that much to talk about, it'd be a different thing. If it was back when I played, we were in quarters 70% of the time. We just didn't have a big playbook. Maybe you look for some of the more explosive guys, but when you have a defense that forces you to think and is game plan specific on a week-to-week basis, I do think having experienced players back there is a great place to start.
Mm-hmm. Linebacker unit is, you mentioned the transfer in, Aliagro from Wisconsin, and then the guys that the Buckeyes have back. Really, really am excited about those two players. When you think about Peyton Pierce and what we saw from him,
he's been very
in 2025, and Riley Pettijohn,
which he's a guy
we've been seeing from him too.
That I think people expect to kind of bring that freakish ability to the middle of the defense there, right? So you'll have a good combination. Peyton Pierce to me was one of those dudes where anytime you saw him in the game, it was like he can be dependable. Right. And now it's just going to be more on his plate. And so that's going to be the thing for him is, can you handle the more being on your plate?
Where are you at with where the linebacker is just in football in general?
I've got a lot of thoughts.
Right?
So
it's just, you talk about football always evolves like all sports do.
Sure.
And I think with the way the offensive game has gone in the last 20 years, like you mentioned your numbers a little bit this week. Like you just don't see the 100 tackle season that often. Like, that's why you look at Marcus Merrick, the Chris Spielmans, the guys that are up there in tackles, that will never be touched.
No.
It will never be touched. A lot of times now, it's someone in the secondary that winds up leading your team in tackles. You still got to have guys out there.
You do.
There's less of them in some schemes.
And I mean, like, you look at Jacob Rodriguez, a good example of a guy who's just like super productive.
Texas Tech.
Yeah. At the linebacker position. Like, those guys exist. So my thoughts, I was basically the last of a dying breed at linebacker. I played at 6'4", 255 my last year here at Ohio State.
Hey, real man.
A big dude, though.
A big dude.
Just a big guy. And this was when offenses were basically like, no, we're playing everything on the perimeter. Like, our run schemes are often going to be like stretched to the outside. We're going to try to get the ball out quick, and you've got to be able to cover a lot of ground. We think that a 230-pound guy can do that better than a 255-pound guy.
That's when Jerome Baker comes into the mix, right?
And Jerome Baker was a phenomenal
player. These types of dudes,
right?
Yeah.
And so, to me, I think the game is actually starting to go back a little bit. I look at all the teams who are doubling down on the idea, not just in college, but also in the NFL, of we've got to run the football at a very successful rate in order to be able to win games. Ohio State's tried to do it. We watched what Michigan did in their title run. Indiana's been a big team that could run the football. When Georgia was winning, they had the running backs, and also their quarterback was a factor in the run game. Look at Miami in their ability to get to a national title. Mark Fletcher was a big part of that. And then you look at the teams in the NFL. Seattle, the Seahawks, the Super Bowl MVP is a running back.
That's right.
So to me, I think the game is starting to
it's
go
kind of been
back.
right under our nose.
And maybe not to 255-pound linebackers, but I think you want a little bit more mass there on the second level of your defense.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that trend. I don't hate that at all. Now I'd like to see some 7'2" centers come back into play in basketball.
That rebound?
I'd like to get to the back to the basket, true rebounders, dunkers. Give me Shaqs and Hakeems and Patrick Ewings.
I'm here for
and
it.
all those guys. Let's cycle back in that sport as well. The Buckeyes, talking basketball here, haven't even played in a couple nights. So why, oh, why was I thinking finally of Bruce Thornton again? I'll tell you why in 2 minutes. Joshua Perry is here. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got an accident that's causing some slowdown on southbound 71 on the south side after Stringtown Road. And also watch out for an accident that's on northbound 270's off-ramp to Main Street on the east outer belt, causing some delay. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Is water seeping into your basement? Are your basement walls cracking? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement waterproofing experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It's Timmy Hall here stepping in for the Common Man. You see, he decided to go to Italy when his Germain spot was due. Must be nice. You know what else is nice? Germain's month-long President's Day sale at all the locations listed at GoGermain.com. This month, all qualified pre-owned vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. On top of the $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a car for less. Nearly 4,000 vehicles, 30 brands, one website. You can only find the savings and that warranty at GoGermain.com. Hope you enjoyed your cured meats, Common Man.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
These two morons keep the studio so cold that Timmy's nipples can cut glass. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
These guys are cool, but not that cool.
Something had me a little hot and bothered last night. First, though, I want to tell you about my good friends at Tri-State Men's Health, because guys out there, I think you all understand how crucial, how vital that sexy time is to the relationship. It's big. And for you and your partner, erectile dysfunction, the dreaded ED, it can take all that away. It can create serious strain on a relationship as well. If you remember that first time you failed to perform, maybe you just laughed it off. That's probably not the way you want to go about it. I mean, we could laugh about a lot of things, especially when we're in the bedroom, but let's not laugh off not being able to perform. Don't do it. Go to TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Check our guys out right there. See about getting that first $99 visit. You go in, you get the consult with the licensed medical provider, the TMPSA test, and if advised, a test dose. If it doesn't work in the office, then your visit is free. So how great is that? They got treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some will have you even last an hour or more. Dear God. So do not wait. You could be doing it the day after your appointment. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. We were talking about old tech in the chat, and one of the clips that Teddy played for Too Hot was Bishop and Friends talking about what old tech would you like to have back, and he said a flip phone, and people in the chat were talking about AOL Instant Messenger, or AIM as it was referred to. AIM was everything when I was in middle school. That's where we lived. I mean, for hours, just to try to hop on the internet. I can still remember the old Packard Bell that was on the desk in the basement. get on our dial-up internet and open that thing up, the sound effects that it had.
Oh, God.
I got on there. I was Jay all day, 84 for my jump shot. Silky and smooth.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the.
I've got questions.
That was the tag. Were you ever on that? Did you sneak into AIM?
I did. It was a sneak. I can't even remember my screen name, unfortunately. My parents learned that my older brother and I had instant messenger, and they were like, "You can't do this. This is dangerous." They're like, "You're talking to people."
They put the kibosh on it?
That live inside the computer.
Oh, they're in the computer.
We don't know
Zoolander.
these people. My parents are like, "I've never met them. Why should you be talking to these people?" I don't know.
They're my friends.
Yeah,
they're my friends at school.
Go
That's
see them
all.
at school then. You spend all that damn time in school. Be social in school instead of coming over here on my computer trying to be social with your little internet friends. I don't even know if they exist.
Ma, Dad, it's class. We don't have time to talk when we're at school.
I told you, my
This is
mom
when we
was
do
the
our chit-chat.
same woman who was like, "Here's this dry Pop-Tart with no frosting." So this is what we did. We had some discipline.
Ouch, man. I mean, I'm sure, we had discipline in my house, but I was still able to just aim as much as I felt like I did all the aiming that I could do.
All of the aiming you could do.
Oh, man. It
must have been nice.
Best way to, let the crushes sort of go wild, too. You just start telling people about this girl, that girl.
So you guys
hope that it would,
you guys
find
were
its way.
leaking crushes.
Oh, we leaked.
On the internet.
We leaked all over the place.
Oh,
yeah.
Other leaking too, I'm sure.
No. Disgusting. Another college basketball thing had me pissed off last night, Joshua, and I don't know what you do about this other than sit back and take it at this point, but for Bill Self and the Kansas Jayhawks.
Sit back and take it needs to be a drop, by the way.
Sure. Darren Peterson, once again, you can see him on video in this game against Oklahoma State where KU comes away with the win. Takes a shot.
Yep.
And then he's right there near him and just taps the old chest, takes himself out. Like, I'm done. Cramps are coming in again. And you could tell from Bill Self and the comments that he made after the game, where for most of the season, and this is Peterson, the Ohio product, who the Buckeyes were in on, would have gladly taken if they had the NIL cash and could have gotten him, but it wasn't going to go down that way. He has been a coin flip at best to even participate for the Jayhawks this year. And he could be the number 1 overall pick. He's insanely talented when he's out there. No one can dispute that, but my God, I'm watching this, I'm taking in this story, and I can't come away with anything but unbelievable appreciation for Bruce Thornton.
Yeah.
And who Bruce is and how hard he plays and how available he is. He plays 38 to 40 minutes every
Yes,
basketball game. If there's an overtime, he'll give you the full 45.
Yep. Don't take me out.
He'll do
Don't
anything.
take me out.
He'll do anything in his power to help this team win, and he's still trying to make an NCAA tournament for the first time. Darren Peterson, I don't know if he's got a contractual situation that says you have to pay extra. There have been games where they got to the overtime and then he didn't appear in it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good.
It's like, I got you here. You handle the overtime.
He's
now.
managing his own
done.
load. It's wild to watch.
And he's getting ready for the NBA where load management is taken over. And that's been my joke. Like, he's practicing his load management for when he's going to have load management in the league. But I don't get it. I don't know how this can be okay.
Well, it feels untenable. And certainly if there wasn't the conversation on the way in of like, hey, I have to do this and I got to go out there and I got to play, but you guys aren't going to get 100% of me every night that we have a game. I feel like it's foul. And I've seen the conversation online, and I think it's a valid question to bring up is, like, this is the best case for maybe we should just let high school players be drafted in the NBA once again. Like, watching that, and especially if you're a fan of Kansas, like, watching that has to be frustrating. Being on
I can tell you.
Being one of his teammates has to be frustrating. Coaching him has to be frustrating. To where you don't know at what point in the game he's going to be like, I've done my job. I've had enough. Get me the hell up out of here. That's insane to me. And the only reason he's doing this is because he has to be there.
And it was the first time this year where Bill Self really sounded pissed about it.
I would be pissed too.
Because he's had his back, because you feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Because he's such a commodity.
Sure.
And you do. You're so far into the season. He's so good. You kind of have to sit back and take it. Like, watch some of the things that he can do. I was lucky. The game that I went to this year, total coin flip that he was even playing. And he didn't play against number 1 Arizona. He had the flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes you got to play sick. Sometimes you got to play hurt.
Sometimes.
All the time, all right?
Yeah.
I know you're from that old school mentality. We're here to play. This is why you love doing it. That should be what it's about. Like, what is your journey right now? You want to become a famous basketball player, right?
He's going to be famous when he gets to the league.
This is where the basketball happens.
You're
playing at Kansas, my man.
It's where the basketball happens, but we also have watched an era where it didn't have to happen in college. That's the other thing that people are talking about that I think is it's legitimate.
You're right.
Would you rather watch this, or would you rather just say, like, this kid should have been in the NBA?
That's what I'm. Yes. You are right.
Yes.
You are right, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why didn't you just sit out the year? This to me speaks
because there was a check.
Yeah,
the NIL.
Because of NIL.
You're never going to sit out, but you're going to do exactly what he's doing if you can.
No, I mean, you're right. You're right. It's an obvious windfall of cash.
Yes.
Before you go to the NBA.
And there's nothing to lose for him.
Which is why it stinks, because there's nothing really that the school can do about it.
There's nothing you can do except for sit there and put up with it.
Yeah.
Because you know when he's out there, he's balling.
He said, Bill said it's a concern. I thought we were past it, but obviously we're not. It's certainly a concern about Peterson playing 3 minutes of the second half with a cramping issue again. Says you get into the tournament, you're playing a team just as good as you. You need to have all your best players available, so to speak.
The cramping
All it takes
issue.
is for one day like that to derail not a game, but a season. It's concerning.
Cramping issue.
And he said, I do think we're making progress with it, but he knows that's a lie.
Hey, Coach, my calf is getting tight. Did you drink your Gatorade before the game? Oh, yes, I did, Coach. Calf's still tight. All right. Well, guess we got to pull you out of here. Nothing we can do about it.
I don't understand it. I don't know how this can be the thing that continues on. Like, that's not, to me, that's not what it should be about in the NBA.
I agree.
And it's not how it should be in major college basketball.
No, certainly in college sports, this feels like a real departure from what we used to know. And I was talking about the old heads, and, you know, they're getting on the way that the NBA is. And they have a point when it comes to some of the load management that they see, when it comes to the way that guys negotiate out in public. Like, I totally get that. The pros are the pros. They're always going to be a little bit different. But seeing it in college definitely makes you feel a lot worse than when you watch the pros do this kind of stuff.
You my boy, Bruce. I'm going to give one big giant reason why everyone should want CJ Stroud to get it together right now in Houston. That's next. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle if you're on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt after 71. And you're looking at a couple-minute holdup on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Score major deals on top brands at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Find your dream mattress today. Their sleep experts are highly trained to find the right one to fit your unique needs. They make sleep easy. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy Birmingham Berm from the Austin and Berm Show here on 97.1 The Fan. I hit maintenance after dropping 35 pounds on Awaken 180, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't feel different, because this is the first time in a long time I've actually reached a goal that I set for my physical health instead of just talking about one, thanks to Awaken 180. I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years, and that's not a small thing. I didn't have to muscle my way there either. The Awaken 180 coaches walked me through it. Every adjustment, every tweak. They made it simple. Honestly, it was easier than I expected. This now feels like momentum. I'm in maintenance mode, and I'm not guessing. I can have pizza. I can have ice cream. All the things I used to love are back on my menu, but my metabolism is firing on all cylinders. The difference is my body doesn't crave it all the time. It was a mindset change and not a Band-Aid. That's the part that changes everything. If you've been circling the same goal for years, maybe you don't need more willpower. Maybe what you need is what I had, a plan, a coach, and a system that makes it easy. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. Offering the guaranteed best price is always our baseline. Wedding weekend adds an exceptional advantage. Join us February 27th and 28th and enjoy preferred bridal pricing on select wedding and anniversary bands with advantages up to 30% off, plus special no-interest financing on engagement rings. It's a rare opportunity to pair meaningful value with exceptional service and reputation that define Diamond Cellar. Discover Wedding Weekend February 27th and 28th at Diamond Cellar on Salma Road or at Easton Town Center.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Love is in the air this month. I wanted to drop into your radio and say thank you. It's easy for our team to love what we do when we have the opportunity to serve the best communities a company could ask to be a part of. Thank you. And when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Bet365 is paying out before the final buzzer.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout for basketball. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 20-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final buzzer and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Two men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
Joshua Perry is hanging out with us this week. He is awesome. We certainly appreciate him for doing that. If you ever miss anything on the program, you can go and find it anywhere you get your audio on all of the major platforms. It's the Common Man and Timmy podcast. Search it. You'll find it. Subscribe. It's completely free, and it's brought to you by our good friends at Care Heating and Cooling. So, I've got this NFL story that I want to talk about. It's actually more about the reporter than it is about the guy, but C.J. Stroud is on topic again. We talked about him this week, Joshua, and how we need him. We need him for Buckeye legacy. We've got to have a Buckeye quarterback that outdoes Mike Tomczak, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
That's no offense to you, Mike, but yeah, I mean, you weren't really like a long-term starter for anybody in the NFL. You had some spot seasons here and there. You had 106 interceptions, right? Yeah. But your 88 touchdown passes leads all. I mean, Justin Fields had to be that guy. Yeah. And then when he's not, and you realize that, and you're like, oh, shoot.
What are we going to do?
We got CJ right behind him. We're still safe because he'll be that guy. But he's had 2 seasons where you're looking at it and saying, where's that rookie season again? But John McClain, and you can Google up John McClain, NFL reporter, and you will just know right away, you do not want this to happen. Nobody wants this to break this way. He made a little statement, and he said he's so sure that the Houston Texans aren't doing anything with C.J. Stroud right now because of those trade rumors that popped up. They're not moving C.J. Stroud before this coming football season. And if they do, I will walk naked through downtown H-Town. Downtown Houston, you'll see me walking naked. And trust me when I say you don't want to see that McClain naked. You want him fully clothed.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Certainly not here to body shame anybody other than my good friend Tyvis Powell, but we don't want to see that. But I will say, Timmy, this is a little bit of a...
It's fine to body shame.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
It's okay every now and then.
Yeah, sometimes it's necessary.
He can be comfortable. We can do a tiny bit of shaming.
This is a bit of a heel turn because weren't you advocating that you wanted to see basketball coaches in Speedos, but this guy, he can't take his clothes off? So are you for clothes or not for clothes is my question.
Well, Speedo's a little bit different than fully nude, Joshua.
It's pretty damn close.
I'm talking
Would you come in here and do the show in a Speedo?
We're talking about a taut,
Would you go to
tight
Would
Travis
you go
Steele.
to a public park in a Speedo?
Well, I'm not just going to
It's a yes or a no.
I'm not just going to go
It's a simple
to the
yes or no
park in a
question.
Speedo, but if we had a thing, there was a bold statement made, then I could see myself doing that.
That's kind of my point. I think the Speedo is pretty naked adjacent.
Well, it's naked adjacent, but all the genitals and the buttocks are covered.
I don't know.
We're not even talking about a thong.
Things might slip.
Things aren't slipping.
You never know.
You ever seen a Speedo? They're super tight.
Unfortunately.
All the swimmers wear Speedos.
Yeah, those are the only people, the professional ones that should be wearing
or
them.
a shaft slip at the Olympics?
I mean,
I've never seen that.
The water's cold.
It's true.
It's the first time for everything.
It's true.
But so you draw the line here. You're like, yeah, broadcast the coach on national television in the Speedo.
But that's because they're gonna if they go undefeated and win the conference tournament.
And he's making some sort of bold
there's some sort of
exclamation
fun
as well.
It's attached to fun.
This
fun thing happens. We get Travis Steele in the little red Speedo, and they're gonna hoist him up. I think their student section. I've seen this in college basketball. They might have a Speedo guy
while he's only wearing a Speedo. By the way,
what's that?
I said I don't think anybody needs to be touching him while he's only wearing a Speedo. By the way.
Well, who's throwing him up.
We shouldn't do that.
Well, maybe they can throw him up with a blanket or something.
A blanket.
There's not going to be a blanket.
There's no blanket.
Hey, blanket.
There's no blanket.
There's not going to be a blanket. John McClain, this guy's just going to stroll down the streets nude if he gets traded. So then a bad thing happens and CJ's gone and you realize it's the end of that era.
Is that
it didn't
a bad
work out.
thing?
Well, it's disappointing because then you have that closure that this didn't work out.
That could be the best thing for
number
him.
2. But I'm just saying, there's still going to be a period of disappointment. I think there had to be a period of disappointment for Browns fans, even before Baker took off again in Tampa. Just the fact that you got rid of him, it's like, oh, shoot. Number 1 overall pick. Here we go again.
Yeah,
it didn't work out.
I don't know if that'd be the worst thing for CJ.
So you got that disappointment, and then, there's this guy. We had McClain out there I don't know how much he'll be slapping around, but
wow.
He's out there.
I'm curious what street he would walk down like that. I think the
big street?
The street that you
put him in the underground tunnels. Put him in the underground tunnels.
No, he's got to be above ground. I think he needs to be above ground, but the street you walk down, I do think is important as well.
I think it's Main Street.
Well, if he's doing Main Street, we got some issues. We need a little bit more of an undercover street.
Yeah, I like how our street is High Street, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
You don't want to just have Main Street.
There's a lot of Main Streets.
Be your Main Street.
Yeah.
Like you have Beale Street in Memphis.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. Michigan Avenue. Phenomenal.
Is it the Magnificent Mile or the Miracle Mile?
The Magnificent Mile.
What city's got the Miracle Mile?
Silence.
I feel like that's in a Billy Joel song.
You should Google it.
Total
You
silence.
should get your device.
I'm not Googling it.
And you should ask Chat GPT.
I'm not Googling it. Maybe we have time for a Too Hot with Teddy. What do we got, Teddy?
All right, I'll find a short one here for us. Here's a quick one. Adam King, he was upset. He was on Rothman and Ice, and he was upset with Matty Ice doing something. Here we go.
Ice, do you take Cinny Pop to the theater?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Okay.
Well, that's a crime.
Well, I cannot confirm or deny.
Contraband. I'm sorry.
I didn't say yes or no.
Once you cross that line, they check your ticket. We should get X-ray machines because I'm not going to have you taking outside food into the theater.
We used to take burritos into the theater.
That is
in high
ridiculous.
School.
I won't be doing this segment
in
anymore.
high school.
Just outwardly admitting to crimes.
Got to do what you got to do when you're in high school.
Also, if I'm sitting down and I'm watching a movie, if I'm watching Batman and the dude next to me eating a burrito, I got a problem.
Sometimes King gets me. Not all the time, but we have some people in the chat that I think would rather see Adam King dead. I would not want to see that. Like our guy Rusty, hates him. He hates him so much it's intoxicating. But that kind of King, I like. Well, that's you've just admitted to a crime right there.
All right, are you anti bringing the outside food?
Oh, I'm totally for. I'm pro.
Okay.
As long as you hide it like a sane person.
Yeah.
Let's not bring in a cube of Mountain Dew. We got to, get a can or so and put it in the right kind of coat pocket.
No. So it
has to be concealed.
There's a Sonic right by the movie theater at Polaris. I mean, my wife would bring the tote and we would go to Sonic, get the meal, get the drink, and bring it into the movies. Don't care.
Okay. Yeah, I'm totally with that.
Yeah.
You get a couple of the Meyer boxes, hit the gas station, get the soda. I will partake in that as well. All right, speaking of criminal activity, I just saw something on my feed. I want to run past you.
Uh-oh.
I want to make sure you're not partaking in some of this nonsense that's going on. That's coming up. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You're going to hit a 10-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on that north side, going from 670 to 11th Avenue. And you're looking at a 5-minute holdup on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hot deals and super low prices on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app. Ends April 18th. Visit staples.com/print for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Oh, what? Just cleared that drain last week.
At the Waterworks, we mean clean, which means we don't just clear your drain, we actually clean it. Get your drains good as new with the Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Attention, men. If you wake up and you feel like you got hit by a truck, if your waistband keeps creeping out, if your bedroom game is rated M for missing, you feel it, she notices it, and you're not alone. For many guys, this is ED and low testosterone. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic, powered by Men's Pro, comes in. We didn't copy men's health trends. We built a playbook since 2014. Labs in minutes, in-person care for better results, urology-backed science. A recent 54-year-old patient told us, I feel like I'm 30 again. He's crushing it at work and back in the gym, lifting like he did years ago. Oh, in his words, not mine. Fun is back in the bedroom. I feel like a beast. Another guy said, they treated me like a person, not a patient. I wish I came in sooner. We have treatments that work for over 92% of men, even when the pills fail. And this month, when you start a treatment plan, your first month is on us. Call 614-300-7400. That's 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com.
I started my first business when I was 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and customers care that you show up and do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. When you care about the people you serve, you work harder and it shows. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
So let's talk price, Wilson.
Let's talk about the price, Bob.
I hear it a lot. Leslie, aren't Pella windows a bit more expensive?
The actual retail price is.
But we're not. We've got 5 different window lines for the $300,000 to the $3 million home. All are Pella Elite.
Oh, so when I get on the show, I'm going to have to bid lower. That'll come in super handy someday.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you can save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here. You know High Bank for their award-winning spirits, but the food deserves just as much love. Enjoy happy hour with friends, brunch with family, and dinner that never misses. Make your reservation today at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
It's Timmy Hall here stepping in for the common man. You see, he decided to go to Italy when his Jermaine spot was due. Must be nice. You know what else is nice? Jermaine's month-long President's Day sale at all the locations listed at gojermaine.com. This month, all qualified pre-owned vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. On top of the $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a car for less. Nearly 4,000 vehicles, 30 brands, one website. You can only find the savings and that warranty at gojermaine.com. Hope you enjoyed your cured meats, common man.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY. And when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on metal supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels of the Winter Olympics in Italy. The women's gold medal hockey match today went to Team USA, who posted a 2-1 overtime win against Canada thanks to a game-winning goal from Megan Keller. Canada took the early lead on a shorthanded goal, but then Hillary Knight kept the Americans alive with a tying goal with a little more than 2 minutes left in regulation. The men's hockey semifinals tomorrow. Team USA to face Slovakia. Canada will go up against Finland. NBA tonight, Cleveland Cavaliers play host to the Brooklyn Nets. Cavs take a 5-game winning streak into the game. Opening round of the PGA Genesis Invitational in California, Akshay Bhatia, Rory McIlroy are the leaders at 3 under par. Jonathan Vegas, Colin Morikawa, Ryan Gerard, Max McGrady, and Sam Burns are one off the lead. This update brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Voted best credit union for the past 8 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Remember that funny line from Christmas Vacation?
Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Well, these morons keep jamming them down our throats so they're not funny anymore. Here's a man in Timmy.
I mentioned before I saw something on social media, speaking of some low-level criminal activity. I want to see if any of the guys have ever partaken. But Joshua had a good pizza night last night. Our local Flyers has the pizza window now. It's been there for a minute, but I still haven't seen this on all that many like local pizza shops, even chain restaurants. Maybe some of the Donatos have them around the area, but the problem I've gotten with that when I'm going to like, because I'm always a pickup guy. We live so close to these pizza spots. I'm fine hopping in the car, going out, getting it, coming back, flip on the radio for a little bit. It's totally cool.
You just don't want to tip the delivery guy.
There's the delivery fees.
Yeah.
It's not just the tip. I'm totally fine to tip someone if we choose to do that. We've done delivery every so often. If like mom and dad are going to have a date night and we're getting it for Jack, and we'll leave the tip and we'll pay for it all, and that's good. But no, you do save a lot of money going to get it yourself.
I was looking for a deal.
I have to look for the deal, man.
Right.
So the thing with the window is all it takes is one who shows up early, and it throws like your pickup times all out of whack. So it's a convenient thing if it's open, but they want you to, like, when you order, they want you to say whether you're going inside or going to the window.
Right.
So I've now just gone back to parking and going into the lobby.
I feel like if you do the work to drive over there, you might as well just walk in.
Because there had been a time where I went to the window, and there's 3 cars waiting, and maybe car number 1 is 10 minutes early for his suggested pickup time, and then car 2 and car 3, their pizza's getting cold because they're sitting there ready, but they can't get up there to the window.
They don't do the whole, like at McDonald's, hey, pull ahead.
Pull ahead, yeah.
They should do that.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the back of the strip center there.
I love Flyers, so I'm not going to criticize.
No, like the whole operation is outstanding. Like you see like what a Friday night or a Saturday night looks like in there, at least our local spot, and it is like a well-oiled machine.
Oh, yeah.
They have every high school kid in the city working there.
Well, good for these kids.
It looks like there's 400 kids in there working.
By the way,
when I say
hard work
when
never
I say
hurt
kids,
anybody.
I think they are all illegally.
Yes, I know. I don't think anybody's like they're running a pizza sweatshop.
It's not China. I think they're all legal and
but
they should be working.
For these young people. Yeah. You know, getting a little dirt under their nails.
No, so the pizzas were great. It looked like they had new boxes to my eye, new artwork, and it just hits a certain way.
Yeah.
Just a standard large pep sausage, incredible stuff, and then a meatball stromboli that you saw me finishing today.
Yeah.
Which was my lunch today because the pizza was so great. Sometimes I don't even know like what I'm more in the mood for, which is why we'll get a side stromboli.
I don't think that's a bad
side
approach.
piece stromboli to just throw in there because sometimes like it's typically always really good. They bat close to 1,000. Like there's been like 1 or 2 bad pies or strombolis we've ever gotten there. So it's pretty darn safe. Okay, so this is what I was talking to you yesterday about, how it scares me when we weren't talking about this. We weren't even thinking about this. And then a day or 2 later, we had the discussion about the Tabasco bottle. That might have been on Monday. That might have been at the beginning of the week when we talked about that, the Chipotle Tabasco.
I think it was Friday.
You gotta do. It might have been last
I think it was the jail.
Yeah. You gotta shake a little bit in there.
Yeah.
You only need 10 droplets of that. You're just gonna drizzle it on your.
I don't know.
Your
Some
burrito
people like a little
in
more
the bowl.
saucy. You know.
No, and it's good stuff. You can also just buy yourself a bottle,
or
like go online and buy a bottle of like the Chipotle, the deep red Tabasco sauce, or
you can swipe it.
Swipe the bottle, says Joshua, because he's a dirty boy, and will just take the bottle. And here I am seeing this video of someone in a Chicago pizzeria that just decided to swipe the Parmesan shaker, the glass jar, which you'll notice at a lot of pizza places now, they usually would just leave them out. I don't know why they think like crushed red pepper is just some bum topping. The crushed red pepper is everywhere you look. But they are hoarding that Parmesan back there. They're keeping it in the fridge. Like, you got to go up and ask for it to get it now. He takes the Parmesan, and then this debate spreads like a wildfire over whether he should have taken that or not.
Yeah. I say,
you
go ahead.
You say, go right ahead.
I say,
you
why
say
not?
That's your Parmesan shaker?
I say, why not? I might
Why?
have, a time or two in my life, I might have swiped a Parmesan, go to a restaurant, get a nice French onion soup. I don't have a lot of soup spoons at the house. Maybe I take the spoon home with
Taking
me.
the spoon?
I might take a spoon.
Why?
I don't have one.
You're Joshua Perry.
I mean,
snap your fingers and you can produce a soup spoon.
Not the one that they had at the restaurant.
But you can,
unlike any other spoon I've had.
You can get anything you want on the internet these days. Why do they not have those like with your standard silverware set?
It's a great
though?
question.
At least like I don't need 8 of them like the standard spoons, like the little and the big, but give me like a 2-pack or a 4-pack of the soup spoons with the same handles.
You know, I just don't think they respect soup enjoyers when they're putting together the sets.
Where's this come from? Where you got to like take a.
It's not
a parm shaker.
You're acting like I'm a kleptomaniac or something. You might have a problem. It's not a compulsion that I have to do it. It's not something that I do on a regular basis. But every once in a while, I'm like, well, this looks like something I'd enjoy to have. And listen, as high as food prices are, and they keep going up, I feel like after so many visits, it might as well be on the house.
The prices have gotten pretty obscene.
It feels like as much as you pay for the meal, the utensils should be take home.
No, man, and you're going to wind up like Larry David. There's an episode of Curb where he's not even stealing the silverware. He's just borrowing it because he wants to give it to his limo driver, which was a bad move, taking leftovers to the limo driver. He offended the limo driver anyway. And then he had a thing going with the one restaurant manager, so he decided to make an example out of him for taking the silverware, and he made him wear a sign and stand out in front of the restaurant because they were going to find a judge who was going to lock him up for stealing.
Oh, my gosh. Well, maybe that's a wake-up call. If I get locked up for petty theft at a restaurant,
they're gonna.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
You see, now that we've talked about it, you've got to watch yourself because they're gonna try to make an example out of you.
Once again, this is not something I've done in a very long time. It's not. Oh, I have to take something.
Was this like college age, Joshua?
Oh, no, I've done this as a full-grown adult with money of my own to spend. It's like
no, did it last week.
Well, it wasn't last week. I haven't done it in a very long time, but you
really love those individually wrapped plastic forks, don't you? I bet you take a dozen of those.
Doesn't?
I bet you take 2 dozen of those.
Who
stuff
doesn't?
them in the glove box.
I got it.
I mean, half the time at work here, we have no forks. We have to eat our food with our hands.
Got a drawer at home that because sometimes you go and they don't even put the utensils in. On the delivery app, sometimes you have to press the button to include the utensils. So for me, I definitely am going to have a little stockpile of the utensils because they don't even include them anymore. This is part of the issue. Is in a proper society, they would just put some plastic utensils in the bag. And now you have to ask for them? Like, yeah, I get it, but here we go.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but in this society, we can't go taking the parm shaker and things like that. Maybe if the Tabasco bottle is down to like the final couple of shakes anyway.
I want a full one.
You could take the bottle and
I want a full bottle.
Taking a full bottle?
Yes.
Oh my God, man. What are we gonna do with you?
You know, we're living in a society. We're supposed to act in a civilized way.
I don't know what the verdict is. You might be going to jail? Possible? Might have 3 months time served.
3 months time served. Wow.
Well,
I mean, listen, I get it. I do.
We will have to see.
Should I start asking, like, when there's something that, like, how much would it cost for me to take this home? Just put it on my tab.
Could you imagine what the price would be on the parm shaker?
I'm curious.
$2.99, I bet.
Hey, can I have this?
My dad would always ask the price of a glass that he would want, like if it was a beer glass.
And what would they say?
Sometimes they give it for free.
Interesting.
Sometimes they might charge and he might decline and say no, or then maybe just steal it after they gave a price that he didn't like. Somebody should be stoked to be making a league minimum salary next year. Tell you about that next. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Watch for some slowdown due to an accident that's on eastbound 161 after Kitzmiller Road. It's moving slow from Johnstown Road. And there's a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on that north outer belt from 161 to Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Is water seeping into your basement? Are your basement walls cracking? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement waterproofing experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get Eco.
Hey, Jerry, remember when we launched our $93 drain clearing offer and you invented the phrase 93 or free?
You know, I've actually written quite a few catchphrases in my career.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you the guy who wrote Bob's Your Uncle?
Yep, for my friend Steve, who has an Uncle Bob. I was as surprised as anyone when it caught on with the general public.
Get Eco. Well, we need 93 or free to catch on. Our experts will clear your clogged household drain for just $93. If we can't, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco, and Bob's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Get Eco. But Jerry, my uncle's name is Michael.
Get Eco, and Michael's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Let's stick with 93 or free.
Yeah, good call.
Get Eco. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
When you've thrown over 4,000 innings like I have, you know joint pain isn't a maybe, it's a guarantee. For you, was it climbing ladders or too much heavy lifting? Hey, we're all in the same boat. But surgery, that was never my answer.
Baseball legend Roger Clemens knows there's a better way. That's QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself. No scalpels, no fake fixes, just real relief.
What I love about QC Kinetics, these are the most respected medical pros in the country that specialize in non-surgical therapies to get you moving again.
Don't mask the pain, fix it. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation.
I trusted QC Kinetics. You should too.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Right now, buy 2 windows and get 2 free and 0% financing for 36 months, plus $500 off your project. Restrictions apply. Call 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Truck drivers, are you tired of your pay not matching your experience? At Schneider, our truck driver pay is designed so your years of service directly translate to higher earnings. Plus, longtime drivers qualify for larger sign-on bonuses and a larger selection of driving jobs. Pick from dry-van, intermodal, tanker, and dedicated opportunities. Ready to be rewarded for your hard work and expertise? Find the right driving job for you at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby, reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton. ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Accountability in elections isn't partisan, and in Ohio, Republican and Democrat teams work together to create confidence in every election result. Ohio's elections are accurate, accountable, and accessible, always. So make your plan to vote at voteohio.gov.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Watch for some rain and a couple of strong thunderstorms through tonight across central Ohio. Then skies will clear on Friday with a lot of sunshine taking over, but it is going to be gusty with some gusts of 30, 40 miles per hour at times, highs in the middle 50s. Saturday's looking good, just going to be colder with middle 40s, and then believe it or not, we could see some snow showers on Sunday with highs locked into the 30s. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
More Too Hots coming up here. It is a Too Hot Thursday. Teddy has collected sounds from the radio station and beyond. So LeBron James, he's coming up on the end. We know that, right? What an incredible career he's already had. He's 41 years old. He could be going into his 24th season next year.
Wow.
Extends his already record-long career if he chooses to do that. Now, up on The Fan in Cleveland this week, it was reported that, there's already been a lot of talk about what he does. Does he come back to Cleveland? A lot of people would love to see that just one final time.
I would.
If they can get it to work out. I know a lot of people are on that side too, right? We've been there, done that, had 2 runs. We're good. We're good. You went and did. He's already on year 8, I think, with the Lakers.
Doesn't feel like
time flies.
I know.
Right?
That is crazy.
8 years with the Lakers.
Wow.
Got the bubble title there. Still trails Jordan, obviously, in the rings.
Why'd you have to say bubble title? Why
that.
couldn't you just say got the title?
Just say bubble title.
You could have just said got the title. That's real hating that you're doing right now.
No.
That's you're trying to diminish a man's accomplishments.
Facts. That's all.
No, but it's in a haterish way. Me and my wife go around and around on this. She's like, oh, well, it's true. Like, how come I shouldn't say it? And I'm like, just because it's true doesn't mean that it can't be haterish or mean or unwarranted to say. And I feel like you were doing some prime hating right there, Timmy Hall.
Well, that's neither here nor there. It's just a man that said something to try to add context to the situation.
Whatever.
Just making sure if anyone forgot that one was done in a bubble and none of it really counted. Okay. No, it did. But if LeBron goes back wherever he is, Cleveland, somewhere else, the report is, though, he might settle for the league minimum, depending on where he goes to fit into the cap. He could take the league minimum, but still make far more than anybody else in the NBA because he could sell streaming rights to an entire season-long retirement tour. Now, I don't know if that would be packaged around whatever networks have the games or if this would just be sort of the show that is done and a whole season-long documentary feature. But that's about what the value of having that wrapped around LeBron James' final year around the sun as an NBA player would be.
So I know when we think about a retirement tour, we're usually looking at the fanfare inside the arena. They play the video, they got people out there. Maybe former players come back and shake hands. But there has to be an outside component as well of recognition that happens before he ever gets to the arena. And maybe that's all a part of it. Maybe it's all the stuff that happens as he's on the road and he's traveling in these different
conversations that are had,
meet and greets and all those different types of things. And then
celebrities,
you get
athletes,
the images inside the arena, and you package that together. I think I would be really interested in seeing that.
I don't know how much we talk about the entire season. I don't know if I need to see the entire season chronicled.
I would like to see it.
It would be something that I would check in on. Yeah, it would definitely be something that I would dabble with and check it out. And if it's well done, if you're getting some really great inside access to one of the greatest athletes that we've ever had, then certainly that's going to be something. And I don't think I even told you the value, but some are thinking that alone next year, if he sold streaming rights to something like that, anywhere from $50 to $75 million, maybe more.
It's
LeBron
a hell
James.
of a number. Greatest player that's ever touched a basketball. I would certainly tune in for it. This feels more
one of them.
This feels more of a commentary on, specifically for streamers, how much they want sports content rather than maybe the actual value of having that sort of a documentary, having that sort of a, chronicling of what this retirement tour looks like. I don't know what you sell, like how you sell against that. I don't know if you actually get it out there, but one thing is for certain is people want to have sports. And this would be a very easy way for somebody to be like, oh, we got you something that you've never really seen before.
I do remember how great the sports documentaries were when sports were taken away from us, you know? And this is just by accident. I'm not just bringing up Michael Jordan because we've been talking about LeBron. Well, that was the show that came on. Seriously, that's the only reason I thought that up.
Yeah.
Because The Last Dance came on. And it was fantastic. We had nothing to watch, and it seemed like the entire nation was watching that together.
Yeah.
You were watching it, right?
I watched it.
Yeah.
No. It was fine.
Oh. I see what you did.
Are you raising your voice at me? No, I'm just... Yeah, you are. Come on, dude.
I don't like that, Joshua.
You're on camera right now. People can see you.
Said that a certain type of way. All right, Too Hot with Teddy. What's next?
All right, on Roth and Ice, they had a discussion about what do you do with like your
With a Klondike bar?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of like that. Your pet's dog waste when you're going out taking a walk.
Jesus, no more of this.
No. You pick it up, but disposing of it. That was the question that came up here. So let's give this a listen here. Okay, here we go.
So if you're walking your dog and your dog does some business, you got to pick it up and you're carrying it around, but it's trash day and the trash cans are out on the curb. Is it inbounds or out of bounds to dump your trash in your neighbor's stuff?
Your dog's waste.
Your dog's waste.
No.
And your neighbor's trash cans, knowing that it's trash day and that, Rumpke's coming around at some point to scoop it up anyway.
I'm trying to think, AR, if it were my trash can and somebody put their dog's stuff in my trash can
In a
or trash
bag.
can,
In a bag.
That's not bothering me. If it's trash day, I'm good with that. It's gone. I probably won't even notice it. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I think it's okay. I don't think too many people have a massive problem with that. I don't think it would go over well with non-pet owners. They might feel like, or people that just aren't wired that way to have that, but they'd be like, well, why don't you throw it in your own can?
Because I'm trying to get it out of my hand as quickly as possible. That's the answer.
Yeah. That's absolutely the answer.
If it's trash day and they're about to pick it up anyway, what do you care?
Okay, well, how the hell did I not realize that was going to be a wildly interesting conversation about your dog's crap? It's just, it never ceases to amaze me, like the levels of interest here. So here's where I come down on that. As you heard me say no in there. Matty Ice is a good, clean boy. That's great on him that it's not going to bother him if somebody does that to his garbage can, or that Anthony thought that would be okay too. But I'm thinking about the people that it would bother.
Okay.
Right? So I would say don't do that. It's not, and to Cole, who was saying like, well, I just want to get this out of my hands. It's not my fault.
Right.
It's not my fault that you are a dog owner and you're picking up your crap. Maybe I'm obsessive compulsive and I like to have a squeaky clean garbage can.
Yeah.
I know people that hate their disgusting garbage cans. I actually started to partake in this last summer because we got to a point where the can just stunk so bad.
You started rinsing it?
So when it was a trash day, I filled that sucker with water and car wash soap. Yes.
There's a company that does that.
And there were maggots and it was disgusting.
Okay,
so I had to.
Yuck.
I had to do it. And then that's when we had the conversation with the wife afterwards. I'm saying, hey, can we agree? Let's make sure everything is in a bag, like in one of the big trash bags. Then we put it into the big can because it gets so hot. The stuff bakes in there. It's disgusting.
It's bacon. Yeah.
So that's all. It's not your trash
Are your
can.
cans outside 24/7?
But I have them kind of in a nook.
Yes, I'd seen those before.
Oh my
Ours
God.
are in the garage.
Oh God, yes. So we had the townhouse living ones.
Yeah.
And this is when Jack was a baby, so we had the diapers and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
It is disgusting.
So
having those cans in your garage.
So here's my point on that is I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put the dog poop in somebody else's deal. And if you want to be obsessive compulsive about your trash, like, okay, weird. It's trash. It's all going to the dump. It is what it is. But my personal philosophy is you don't touch other people's things around their homes, right? Like that's their safe spaces.
Simple philosophy.
Their sanctuary.
Right. This is like a gray area, but just hold it and put it in your own garbage.
On the curb. People come around and picks up stuff up from the curb all the time, but that's not going to be me. Like whatever. But my cans right now are filled with Dookie diapers.
Yeah.
I've got a toddler and I've got a 6-month-old.
Yeah.
There are so many diapers. I wouldn't care. There's so much poop there already. It does not matter to me.
No, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I'm just not going to do it to somebody else.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
We're good.
We're on the same page. I'm not going to kill somebody if they did it to me. At least you're throwing it away.
Right.
I'm not even going to say anything to you.
I would rather somebody throw it away in my can than just leave it out.
You know what I'd do? I'd complain about it in the house. That's it.
I don't even think I would do that.
I'd make a comment to the wife. Did you see that a-hole over there? He just chucked his dog crap in our can.
I think my wife might be mad about it.
I'd leave it at that.
But I'd be like, whatever. It's going out. It's fine.
I wouldn't even bring it to the show. I wouldn't even talk about it on the radio.
No jails.
No jail. I just let it happen. I make a comment in the living room if I saw it, and I'd be like, "That's just wrong," And then I'd let it roll off my back. But I would not do that to somebody else, just like you said. Teddy, we have a lot more Too Hots coming up. Do we have a lot?
I can play some more. Yeah.
How much more?
I got
like
several.
5 more, 10 more, 15 more.
We're not going to get to them all. We only have a half hour left in the show.
How do you know?
I think I know.
More Too Hot with Teddy coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Traffic is a little slow on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Main Street and I-70. And if you're on northbound 270 on the west outer belt between Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and 161, expect some slower traffic there. This report is sponsored by Vision Zero Columbus. Last year, 52 people died in traffic crashes in Columbus. Most were men, average age 40. One night, one choice. The ripple lasts far beyond the celebration. This new year, manage your speed. Learn more at columbus.gov/Vision Zero. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
Take action and get expert service from Logan Services. Heating service calls are just $79. Furnace tune-ups are also $79, and plumbing service calls are just $79. We work in your neighborhood, and scheduling online is quick and easy. So visit our website to book your appointment now. For fast, friendly service, choose Logan Services.
It's Skyway time at Skyline Chili. Come get your Skyline 3, 4, or 5-way with 50% extra cheese at no extra charge. Regular and large ways only at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time.
The rings, the moment, the forever. Make it unforgettable. Join us February 27th and 28th for Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend. Enjoy preferred bridal pricing on wedding bands and engagement rings now up to 30% off. Visit Diamond Seller on Selma Road or at Easton Town Center.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Hey kids, if you don't buckle down in school and do something productive with your free time, this is your future.
You guys ready to play like big boys yet, huh? Maybe pick out your own outfits in the morning?
Listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Common Man and Timmy is brought to you by Hinderer Motor Company. We'll have some more Too Hots with Teddy. I mentioned I had a couple of food things, and we didn't get to this Reese's situation that I told you about. So Brad Reese, He's the grandson of the inventor of Reese's peanut butter cups, right? Mm-hmm. He's criticizing the Hershey company for quietly replacing their flagship chocolate and peanut butter ingredients. It's a big claim, right?
Sure. What are the replacements before I say that's a big claim?
Let me see. He's claiming this on LinkedIn, of all places.
Fernando Mendoza probably saw it. He's a big LinkedIn guy.
Fernando big on LinkedIn?
Oh,
Did he do a commercial or something?
I'm sure he's doing a brand deal with them now.
LinkedIn?
He's posted
a quarterback.
After he won the Heisman, posted on there. After they won the title, posted on there with the open to work for his transition to the NFL.
We are willing to work. I tried to get on LinkedIn recently, and it stonewalled me. I can't.
It said you're good.
I mean, I have the account.
You don't need to work.
hadn't logged on in so long, and it wanted to put me through this whole identity check process.
You don't need to use it anymore. You don't use us.
What if this falls through and I can't get into my account?
Well, you better get on Facebook then.
It's only a matter of time before they can me here.
Well, I wouldn't say
what am
that.
What am I going to do?
Well, you find another job. Without LinkedIn.
I think I'd be a caddy. What do you think about that? I'd get outside, give people some yardages, read the greens.
I mean,
make some incorrect reads, and maybe I get a big wig that's really pissed at me because he doesn't hit a birdie putt.
I would have to golf with you before I could make that determination.
I think I'd be a far better caddy than I could be a player.
Well, no, but I'd like to know, right? Because when you're golfing with a friend, you'll be like, oh, I think you should club up on this one. Hey, you do that when you're golfing with your friends, right?
Yeah, because I know
that
them.
would give me an indication on how good of a caddy you would be.
Yeah, I know them. I think I know the conditions.
Yeah.
Once I play a course a couple of times, I think I just have my sight lines
That's
down.
all I was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that then.
Yeah.
No, I think you're trying to give me a compliment there. So he claimed on LinkedIn, of all places, Brad Reese did, that the company has replaced milk chocolate with compound coatings. So here we're getting to the nitty gritty.
Huh.
And peanut butter with peanut butter style creme across multiple Reese's products. A move he alleges has eroded the Reese's brand and jeopardized consumer trust. HB Reese, he's the head guy. If you're wondering.
That sounds like a magnate of sorts. Big Nepo baby name. I come from a long lineage of chocolatiers.
My name is Daniel Plainview. This is my son and partner, H.W. Plainview. It does sound like that. Like, that's a dude you automatically have like $10 million.
Oh, easily.
Even in 1919.
Yes, 100%.
We're heading towards the Great Depression. You're still a millionaire.
That is a silver
with a name
spoon
like
name.
H.B. Reese.
Yes.
Brad Reese is his grandson. He spent 2 years at Hershey before forming his own company in 1919. I'm sorry, H.B. Reese spent 2 years at Hershey before forming his own company in 1919. So shout out to him for the being the trailblazer to some of the best candies we've ever seen. H.B. Reese invented Reese's Peanut Butter Cups in 1928, and his 6 sons eventually sold the company to Hershey in 1963. So, I mean, eventually they just took the cash. Here, Hershey, take this.
Boomerang right on back.
Right. They gotta get that settled. All right, Teddy. Too hot time, my man. What else we got back there?
All right, let's go back to T-Bone and Tyvis, and they had an issue about, like, what do you use when you're in the shower as far as, like, a washcloth or, like, a sponge? And so let's give a listen to this discussion. Here we go.
The hot take was washcloths are unnecessary. Use the hands God gave you. Where are you at on a washcloth?
So this is funny. When I was playing football at the Ohio State University, we did not have towels. We had like the soap dispenser in the shower, and everybody would go in there, hit the soap in the hands, rub their bodies with their hands. But we called that's what we call a woody shower, right? It was just to get you, it was to get you clean to go out. But, like, you still needed to take, like, an actual shower at home. That was what we did.
But when you take the actual shower at home.
I use a washcloth.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't use loofahs.
Well, all right. So I have, like, I have the hangy sponge thing in there, but I'm, like, 50. Some days I use that. Some days it's just quicker to just, suds up and be good.
Use your hands.
Yeah. That's what Andy said in the chat.
Yeah,
use the hands God gave you.
I'm going to use that cloth.
Is that true? It was a woody shower?
Yes, and it got to a point where I would actually like rip a towel so I would have a strip of a towel to take in there to use as a washcloth.
You just with your bare hands?
Brother, it was big and strong back in the days.
Wow.
So
were these just cheap white towels?
They were. They were bleached
lower
to
than
hell.
Lower than Holiday Inn grade?
It wasn't hard to really rip
just
one of
Hulk
those.
Hogan just rip the towel?
They were heavily washed. They were heavily bleached. They weren't very hard to rip, but you had to get you a piece. And I feel like this conversation actually is like it happens along cultural lines. I talk to black people, and it is like a crime if you don't use a washcloth. I use one at home. My boy, I talk to other people, and they're like, "Oh, loofah, hand, sponge, whatever."
I think the loofah, and I recycle the loofah like every couple weeks or so, get another one, and I just think the sudsiness. That's what's great about those.
You can get an elite lather off of a washcloth.
Not to me.
Bro, you don't know how to use one then. You don't know how to manipulate a washcloth.
I was using washcloths my whole upbringing.
You don't know how to really manipulate
And then
one.
when I discovered the loofah, I was like, it's like the soap never stops.
Are you a liquid soap?
Keeps recycling.
Or are you a bar of soap kind of guy?
Bar of soap? What is this, prison?
Well, I use a bar.
Common Man uses a bar. He's got the mother soap.
Yeah, I
know.
like the
Mother
bar.
He
of
drops
Dial.
it on purpose, too.
Yikes. The bar of Dial, it's great.
The Dial bar.
And I buy them in bulk, so they're always around. But I get a bar of Dial soap, the orange soap bar, and I use a washcloth.
What's a bar run you these days?
I have no idea. I just pay for them.
We still at like $1.
So
Hopefully we're not more than $1 for a bar of soap.
Here's the thing about it. I've gotten into this mode of not really price checking things that I know I have to buy because I'm going to piss myself off.
Did you see what the deodorant costs these days?
I don't know because I have to buy deodorant. I'm not going to walk around funky, so I don't even look. I just buy it.
But there's levels though. There's levels to everything.
The one that makes you not funky is the one I'm buying. I'm not checking the price.
No, this is the worst thing. Like you need chemicals and perfumes and
yes, you do.
Oxidants or whatever. Like you need all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There's an all natural deodorant. It's like $13 a stick. And you're not even going to smell nice.
The all-natural
like
deodorant, people, no, you'll smell like an onion because it doesn't do anything to stop the funk.
Smell like that or a red oak.
Golly, we got to stop with the natural deodorant. We have to.
Let's do another one, Teddy.
All right. On Bishop and Friends, they had a idea from a listener about kind of what they do. They have a secret dad sandwich idea that they have. Since both you guys have children, I thought you might find this one interesting. Here we go.
I heard it today.
I was curious if any of you have ever had what I call the dad sandwich. The dad sandwich is a late-night concoction of cold cuts, cheese, lettuce, tomato, bread, and really whatever you find attractive in the fridge, but there's a catch. The dad sandwich is consumed late at night in as much silence as possible with nobody else around to bother you. It is also simply plated on a paper plate, and you leave no traces of your joyed experience. I love this. I love this.
A napkin or a paper towel, not a plate.
The napkin, I'm definitely on a paper towel. I like the idea that he's sneaking the dad sandwich.
That makes
I'm going to tell you, as a parent of boys, you know why he's sneaking it? Because he doesn't want to make 3. He just wants to make his sandwich. That's it.
I think it's beautiful.
I do too.
I know exactly where he's coming from. I'm not usually consuming an entire sandwich in the middle of the night because of the way I've got my meals down. I have snacks. I will have like my cookie. I'm a milk and cookies guy.
Of course you are.
In the middle of the night, I usually
shocked?
I usually fall asleep. What do you mean by that?
Oh, I'd like some milk and cookies.
I fall asleep on the couch downstairs, and then I migrate up to the guest bedroom. We're sleep divorced, so I have a separate room,
which is perfectly fine. We should go back to
a couple of just cookies and a small like whiskey glass of ice cold milk. Oh God, good.
The sleep divorce thing, I know you guys are big on that. I've fallen asleep on the couch many times and just not gone back up. In the old days on TV where they used to have the couples in the twin beds, not a bad setup.
No, right?
Not a bad setup.
Like on the old TV shows.
Yeah. My wife, she likes the room super cold, but she doesn't necessarily want to be under all of the sheets either. Like, she hates the flat sheet. but I like the flat sheet. So
See,
our
there's-
bet is already off kilter.
Right? You see, there's
Yeah, it's a whole
different
thing.
strokes for different folks when it comes to how they like to sleep, right? And sleep should not be tied up and twisted with that over there. They're completely different. All right, back page coming up next. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got some slowdown, just a couple minutes on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt from 315 to 71. There's also a couple minute holdup on westbound 670 going from Grandview Avenue to I-70. This report is sponsored by Coda. Riding Coda is easier than ever. Now that you can pay with just a hop on Coda and with a tap of your smartphone, smartwatch, or card, you're ready to ride. Learn more and move your way at coda.com/tap. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy Birmingham Berm from the Austin and Berm Show here on 97.1 The Fan. I hit maintenance after dropping 35 pounds on Awaken 180, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't feel different, because this is the first time in a long time I've actually reached a goal that I set for my physical health instead of just talking about one, thanks to Awaken 180. I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years, and that's not a small thing. I didn't have to muscle my way there either. The Awaken 180 coaches walked me through it. Every adjustment, every tweak. They made it simple. Honestly, it was easier than I expected. This now feels like momentum. I'm in maintenance mode, and I'm not guessing. I can have pizza. I can have ice cream. All the things I used to love are back on my menu, but my metabolism is firing on all cylinders. The difference is my body doesn't crave it all the time. It was a mindset change and not a Band-Aid. That's the part that changes everything. If you've been circling the same goal for years, maybe you don't need more willpower. Maybe what you need is what I had, a plan, a coach, and a system that makes it easy. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen up, basketball fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on player points, rebounds, triple doubles.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free.
Guaranteed. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Bishop and Friends.
Good double entendre out of you. Florida State Twins jumped in the pool. Well done. Put that on one of the rejoins. Very good job out of you.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
I'm fixing to tell you something that the insurance industry does not want you to ever hear. Bullies often delay and deny. I see them sitting on premiums paid and making money and dragging it out for as long as they can. Many times, we're forced to take them to court. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Their high-paid lobbyists are on a mission to make sure that at trial, jurors are not allowed to learn that the at-fault party has insurance, and in some cases, lots of it. I can think of no case in all my years where there was no insurance for the at-fault party. So let's fight back. It's all these bullies understand. Tell everybody you know the truth. If you've been injured in a car crash or hurt at a store or business, visit forthepeople.com. We're here 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Want to know anything about the fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Buckeye Show is coming up here at the top of the hour. That means the fine host, the Beamer, Brandon Beam, saunters in. What's going on, my man?
Common man JP or Tim JP.
One or the other.
I'm all disheveled today, fellas. All disheveled. Had a crazy day. Just one of those days for sure.
I'm sorry, man. Is it just kid stuff? Everything?
Just the whole
lot?
thing. Yeah, I
just
feel like
doing life.
Yeah,
life.
When one thing happens, just everything happens at the same time. How are you guys? Doing all right?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I think better than you, honestly.
Yeah.
My house has been in sicky time seemingly for the last 2 months, and it just keeps going around and around and around. And
you seem to be doing all right, though.
I'm probably going to head there soon.
Yes. To the infirmary ward you go.
I'm the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Just right when Mikey gets back on Monday, I'll be gone.
Flu, cold.
No,
what is it?
it's just gonna be the cold.
Just a pain in the butt for
Sarah
2
has
weeks.
Full on, like she sounds like Sweet Brown this week.
Oh no,
she got bronchitis. she does. It's not good for her at all. Beam, the Buckeye women didn't get it done last night. We have them on the Fan.
Yep.
And this is the first late season game where, look, Minnesota was good. Top 25 team, tough place to go and play. But I'm getting nervous now. It's almost feeling like there's been this trend late in the season with some of these Kevin McGuff teams in the last 2-3 years. Really good regular seasons. How are we gonna finish and then take this to the tournament?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine, right? I mean, it was a tough place to go on the road and play at the barn. It's a weird environment. It's a midweek game for them. And by the way, their schedule, the last 5 games of the season, is like murderer's row. So I don't think it's anything to worry about. It's obviously in them that they can beat high quality teams. I do think they're a top 10 team. We'll see how the seeding goes. Hopefully, when they get into the tournament, they're going to be hosting some games here at the Shot. But we'll see. I was talking to Tyler Danberg a little bit earlier on because I was asking him, picking his brain. I'm like, what's been going on? He was like, just not necessarily their best performances over the last couple. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can take that. Still college kids doing their thing.
It's like Greg Gard said, we're dealing with 18 to 28, 29-year-olds.
Yeah. It's a great line by him.
It's fantastic.
Great line.
Line of the week.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone appreciated it.
Other than
Was
Mick
it the
Cronin.
line of the week?
No, Mick Cronin, I think, had the line of the
You're
week.
raising your voice?
Are you raising your voice?
Yeah, right.
You're on camera.
Do you guys think he's trying to get fired?
It might be.
Because you know this, JP, like UCLA's finances are a mess.
They're bad.
I don't know if he can get fired. I don't think that UCLA will fire him for anything because who knows what his buyout is. Maybe he just signed a contract.
I'll tell you, the one person who could help with that buyout is in deep water right now. Casey Wasserman.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like names up. He was in the Epstein files and is going through it right now. So I don't know.
Not in those files?
It's a good question about can they come up with the funds?
Yeah. And they just fired Deshaun Foster, right?
Well,
so like they
I
paid
think
a
his
whole
buyout was little bitty buyout.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Here's my gal, Sweet Brown.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
See, that's the news. That's what the news should be.
Yeah, I agree.
We need to get back to that.
Oh, man.
That and the leprechaun.
We need to find dudes with the golden pipes under the bridges. We need to find all the Sweet Browns in the world. That should be our goal.
You see, I paid 25 cents per minute. But
oh, my God. I wonder how many people.
15 minutes for 25 cents. That's not $1 for an hour, but it is.
Dude's just terrified when he does the math back in his head. It's Too Hot Thursday. Teddy, what else we got? We got time for a couple more.
I can play a quick one here from Rothman and Ice, and they had Adam Schefter on the other day, and I don't know if you heard that. Where
I didn't catch this,
or I don't know if this was from this most recent week or earlier, but he was
playing old stuff. Teddy.
No, not my cut, but sometimes Cole plays things and I don't know what that's from.
All right. I want the freshest audio.
He is a little sus.
No, this is fresh audio. You're not understanding. This is fresh audio.
I don't get anything.
But Adam Schefter, when he was on, he had another phone call come in, and he had to tell the guy to hang on. They were having a discussion about, like, say if your boss called you in after hours, would you take that call? So if, like, maybe Fish called you and you're out to eat, would you take that call?
Who dis?
Yeah, so all right, give us a listen.
If Fish called you at 6:30 in the evening,
Yeah.
I would pick up because I would think maybe it was urgent.
But if you're in the middle of something where it's like if you're out to dinner with people and Fish calls you at 6:30, I'm not picking up if it's outside of work.
You guys are really laying the groundwork right now for, hey, don't call me.
If I'm
out it's not between
dinner,
10 and 3. I don't want to hear from you.
I won't pick up the phone, but I'll text him
That's
and
what I
say,
was gonna say.
hey, missed your call. What's up?
What's good?
Yeah.
What's good, Fish? That's exactly the card I would play, too. I don't think I'm getting
He'd
up from the
probably text first anyway.
My boss needs me into work right now. It's 6:30 p.m. I already got off work.
Cole is a bold boy.
I'll just say this. If Fish calls me at 8:01, I'm not answering. I'm not picking up
I'm already in the car.
I
already
got
had
things
something to
going
do.
on.
I'm such a sicko. I'd probably answer the call. I'd want to know.
Oh, well, you're a good boy.
Yeah.
All right, back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
It was honestly something that I wrestled with because this was right after Fish took the job. And we had a change. Like, we've had 5 of them in the last, 4 seasons with the Blue Jackets. But they fired Pascal Vincent. Or maybe they'd fired Babcock. Maybe that's what they just
fired
done.
Babcock in September or August because he didn't even coach a single game.
That I know. I can't keep all the firings straight, but me and Anthony came
Lars
in.
Babcock.
Lars,
Pascal.
Babcock, Pascal.
Dean.
Then Dean,
and
then now.
Yeah.
So one of those firings happened, and Anthony and I came in on a weekend day, just opened up the microphones and started doing talk. Because Fish was calling and calling and calling. What do we do? What do we do? What do we put on here? Let's give them some coverage. So I picked up that time. And I was like, Fish wants to go here.
Yeah,
wants to set the tone.
I'm not picking up the phone. I don't think so.
This is Beam's time.
This is my personal time.
What do you got coming up on the show here, Beam?
Coming up tonight, we get a full 2 hours. Tim May is going to join us. We're going to go over an offensive grouping position for Ohio State. We'll do the defensive position groupings in the 7 o'clock hour, and then also start talking about the Combine and the NFL Draft. A bunch of mocks out there. Also, we got a Buckeye medal extravaganza that just happened today at the Olympics. We'll get into that.
Awesome. All right, can't wait. We'll be back here tomorrow at 3 o'clock for a Go to Jail Friday. Joey Lane will also be our guest. Talk about Chicago guys.
Sure.
He'll be here at 4:30. We'll talk about the basketball weekend coming up. Buckeye Show is next on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a small slowdown on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt, going from 161 to Cleveland Avenue. And watch for a delay on eastbound 33 between 270 and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hot deals and super low prices on everything for your business. And right now, brand your business at Staples with up to 30% off custom labels. Exclusions apply. Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app. Ends April 18th. Visit staples.com/print for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan.